changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way I made. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself in this coupe. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gonna hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I get the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I.
And we are live. It's your boy, Henny DeMoore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing? Hope all is well, man. And happy Tuesday to everybody. It don't feel like a Tuesday. Matter of fact, earlier when I jumped my black ass on here, I titled it Monday morning freestyle or some shit like that. It just felt like a Monday. Like yesterday was Monday, but I wasn't at work, so I lost complete track of time, though. So salute to everybody out there, man. Kudos to everybody taking time out of their day to slide in here to the liquor store. This is Cowboys Convos, where we have conversations about the Dallas Cowboys. I am one half of that duo, Henny DeMoore, the sole proprietor and owner of the liquor store. If you trying to get sloppy drunk just like your favorite uncle at every, and I mean every family gathering, I got the tools you need to succeed in that manner, man. We got gin, we got hen, and everything else underneath the sun that can make you sin, man. So tap in with your boy and slide on into the liquor store, man. But yeah, man, salute to everybody. Hey, he said during the Spurs game, listen, that's why landlord is not here. Landlord told me I was shit out of luck. I said, hey, man, we're going to do this show. He said, nigga. He said, this is the most important game of my life. I like, all right, dog, shit. My bad. It's like I cussed that man out. I actually want to do some content right now. But yeah, man, I'll be holding it down. And I sent out a link, man. The brother Amp might be on here. You know, some other folks might slide in, but everybody got the link to the show. So if anybody else wants to join in, they fully are able to do so. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to everybody. And we got a lot to discuss, man. You know, there's some trade rumors. You know, June 1st is upon us at this point. You know, we got a lot to discuss over here in the liquor store, man. But before I get too far ahead of myself, man, y'all know the proper procedure for your leisure, man. When you tap in with your boy, you know the first thing that you got to do is hit that like button. The more likes that we get on this platform, you know, he said, I'm on the dark side with landlord, go Spurs, go. No. I rebuke that shit in the name of Jesus, man. But hey, real talk though, make sure y'all hit that like button. The more likes we get, it helps better with the algorithm. You know, if the YouTube is going to push those videos that got more likes than the other ones, it's just the way that it goes. So please make sure the first thing you do when you slide in here is to hit that like button. Secondly, after that like button is hit, make sure that you share the video. You can put it in your family group chat. You can put it on one of them bogus ass Facebook pages. You could put it on Twitter. You know, you could send it to an op. You can send it to your cousin that's an Eagles fan, or you can send it to your uncle that's a 49ers fan. You know how families is. We got big families all over the country. Everybody, a little bit of everything, man. So y'all just make sure that y'all hit that share button. It don't matter who you share it with. Just invite them in here to consume the content with us, man. And, you know, salute to everybody out there. Say, Henny, we falling behind the Spurs. Shit. Man, they doing some great things right now, man. As a Mavericks fan, I'm upset. But, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, I can't even stun on the boys. Wemby is amazing. I hate to say it because I'm a hater by trade, but you know, that Wemby is fucking amazing. I can't even hate on that boy. But yeah, man. Also, make sure that y'all support the raffles, man. The better these raffles do, the more of them that we do. So, you know, if we are able to have a successful raffle this time around, we're going to move on to do tickets, a ticket next time. So support the raffle. I'm giving away a Dallas Cowboy jersey, a Dallas Cowboy starter jacket, and some cologne, you know, from the brother Sam Boone. Y'all make sure y'all tap in and support his stuff too. You know, he sell cologne. He got a lot of stuff going on, his own business. You know, I always try and plug, you know, Cowboys fans. They got their own motion going on, man. Salute to Sam Boone. He's donating some cologne to give to raffle off, and of course, along with the cologne, we'll also be doing the jersey, and we'll be doing the starter jacket. So y'all make sure y'all support. If y'all want to enter, the Cash App is $ Henny the More, or you can hit the super chats, you know, the stickers and all the other stuff, man. Anything that amounts to $5 gets you an entry, and you know, if you send $20, you will get 5 of them things. So salute to everybody. All right, now that our public service announcements is out the way, hey, for real, dog. I be trying to give back to my people, man. I got all kind of love for y'all. Like, I cannot do this without y'all. So I appreciate y'all for real. So I be trying to make sure, you know, that y'all support doesn't go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to give back to my people. And as long as they do well, you know, we gonna continue to do that. As long as the raffles do well, I will continue to give stuff out. But yeah, man, let's start by talking about what I want to start with. And y'all know me, man. I got nothing but love and respect for Malachi Lawrence. You know, Rashawn Gary is a good player. He's a complete edge. I give him a lot of shit for not being a world beater as a pass rusher. But, you know, as a complete edge, what he does against the run and his effort, you know, and his physicality, like, he's not a bad edge. He's just not a pass rushing specialist, right? I give them guys a lot of flack, but, you know, they aren't just god awful. But there is a pass rushing specialist that could be on the open market right now. And it's somebody that we've already discussed. It's somebody who we already talked about, you know, Josh Sweat, former Eagle, you know, and we already know that he's basically holding out at this point. They OTAs have already started, and his black ass was not there. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you know, we might be in a similar situation with George Pickens in a couple of days. You know, we're not going to talk about that. We ain't going to say that too loud. But, you know, he might be on the way out from over yonder. You know what I'm saying? He might be out there finna depart from the Cardinals at this point. So, Jordan Schultz, salute to Jordan Schultz. He just went out there and announced the Cardinals have received trade calls on Pro Bowl defensive end Josh Sweat. Sweat had 12 sacks last season in his first year with the Arizona Cardinals and had a close relationship with Jonathan Gannon, whom the Cardinals moved on from. Now, picture this. You move, because it's a long-ass way. That's across the country. You move across the country to take a job with a certain boss. You know, this is somebody that has a good relationship with them. They helped you become and mature in your profession. Like, you became the worker and the employee that you are. You elevated in your field because of that person. You trust them. You work well with them. You move, you pack up, you move hundreds of miles away to take this job with this boss that you are locked in with, and your boss loses his job. halfway through your first year there, and you done packed up your family, you done, bought a new crib, you done changed your kids' school out, and you moved all the way across country to work with this man, and then they just get rid of him. Right? That's how Josh Sweat is probably feeling. If you could like compartmentalize that feeling to our everyday lives, that's like taking a gig across country with somebody that you trust, and then they get rid of that person when you just get your foot in the door, and they replace him with somebody else. You don't know this nigga, and he don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying? Your job security is out the window. The reason that you went out there was for Jonathan Gannon. As crazy that sounds, right? Because we were finna burn shit. If Dallas Cowboys had made Gannon our defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? But he believed in Jonathan Gannon. He wanted to play with Jonathan Gannon. He loved Jonathan Gannon, and they were close. It did not sit well with him that they moved on from Jonathan Gannon in the manner that they did. So he's holding out. He's not happy. It is what it is, man. So he could possibly be on the move. Now, teams have called. What I want to know was Jared Jones one of the people that made a phone call, for the services of Josh Sweat. Because you can't sit here and tell me, that player acquisition. Well, that's Steven line. So I guess either one of them, and one of the Jones boys should have called. Also, salute to my boy D Webb in the building, man. Liquor store, I need some Remy, man. Salute to my nigga in the building, dog. Salute to you. Salute to Daniel Barrera Sports Highlights. Salute to Cowboys fan Trey. Salute to Nigel Wanza. Let me see what else in here. My guy Ant in the building. Mike Fields, Tamika, JVB boy, Common Sense Lab, my boy Rogue, Trey. Salute to everybody sliding into the building, man. Kelvin Hicks. Salute to all y'all, man. Thank y'all for the support and the love. Please make sure that y'all hit that like and that share. And salute to you, Goddess the Poet, for the 250 jewel gift that you sent me, man. Thank you for the support. And I'm gonna just round that up. I'm gonna get you a raffle entry for that for the clap and seal. So salute to you Goddess for the raffle entry. Then he said, then Thomas in the building. What's up, Henny? I'm doing great on this blessed Tuesday evening. Let's get back up running back, because what if Williams gets hurt? Bring Tony back to Dallas Cowboys. I agree. We fighting for all day. I want an edge and a running back. And I'm greedy enough, like shit. We could figure out a way to make that work. For sure. We definitely can make that work. And my boy Nigel said, the Cowboys haven't called. They like to be called first. In a situation like this, you need to call anyway. Because you might catch listen. This is just like the Randy Gregory move that you just made. This is just like the Randy Gregory move that they made, man. Like the Dallas Cowboys. Oh shit. What another one? All right, yeah, that's official. Salute to you guys for the raffle entry. I appreciate you for the support. God bless you. I appreciate that. If y'all want to be like you guys and get an opportunity to win a Dallas Cowboy jersey, or that starter jacket or the cologne, please make sure y'all hit that Cash App. Make sure y'all hit them super stickers. Make sure you hit the gifts. Make sure y'all hit the whatever y'all seeing. As long as it's about $5, you will get a raffle entry. You seeing a dub, you'll get 5 of them things. Just like the brother Cowboys fan Trey here with the $4.99. He said, keep up the fire content. I peeped the non-football show with Land Fire. Salute y'all, man. I appreciate that, man. And we're going to keep dropping, man. If y'all like the content, we will keep dropping that kind of content too. So y'all make sure y'all have your notifications turned on all the pages. Make sure you got your notifications turned on this page, on the Henny Land page, on Land page. Y'all make sure that y'all keep your notifications on, and we're going to keep dropping content for sure. But yeah, man, in regards to that, what's good with you, Lee? I see you sliding in through the back door, my guy. D-Rail, salute to you. What's good with you, man? Yeah, because think about it like this: you had a similar situation with the Rashawn Gary situation, with Rashawn Gary earlier in the season, because shit like this could get you cut. You know, if you're disgruntled and they can save money by moving on from you, he might fuck around and be somebody that could be a June 1st cut. But because of the market for edge, because the edge market is diabolical, you don't want these guys to hit the open market. You know, you want to just have their rights flat out. So a trade is probably very enticing for the Dallas Cowboys, especially if it's a trade for, a low round pick. If it's a 5th round pick or some shit like that, and you just trade for him and absorb that contract, right? They get something out of the deal. They get to move on from his contract. They get to cut ties and not have a messy situation and a distraction going on in their building. That's what the Dallas Cowboys would like. You know what I mean? Because Rashawn Gary was going to get cut himself. And the Dallas Cowboys refused to get into a bidding war for Rashawn Gary. So instead of letting him get cut and hitting the open market, they sent over a 4th-round pick. They acquired him. They did some maneuvering and made some edits to his contract to make it more, palatable, for cap reasons. And they kept it pushing. You could possibly do the same thing with Josh Sweat right now. You can get Josh Sweat. He doesn't have a crazy contract, right? In terms of Ed, listen, like, this is a lot of money to us. Like, I lose my fucking mind with the kind of money that Josh Sweat got. I'd be out here living like a drug lord. I'd have niggas getting whacked and everything at this point, man, if I had the kind of money that Josh Sweat was making. But, in the grand scheme of things, niggas making 50 M's a year as a pass rusher. Hold on, this is my nigga Boss right here, man. Boss, what you on, my guy? Shit, man, I was trying to see about the show. Man, I'm already live. Jump in. Look in the group chat. I've been live only about 17 minutes. Go ahead, jump on here with me. Yeah, I had an open invitation for everybody. Just go ahead, jump in. I got plenty of shit loaded up. My guy. So, man, that's the brother Boss Cowboy. Boss is finna join us momentarily, so we can sit here and talk about getting this war daddy, this veteran pass rusher. Y'all make sure y'all act the ass when Boss get in here, man. Make sure y'all share, like, hit his cash app, hit his super chat. Make sure y'all make Boss feel love when he's sliding through the door, man. Make sure y'all support the brother. He said, "Did Sweat?" Yeah, because remember, Sweat was there when they won the championship. So they were there together for at least 2 years. Because Josh Sweat is a Philly product. He was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles back in like 2018 or some shit like that as a 4th-round pick. And, he played in Philadelphia his entire career until recently when he left to go to the Arizona Cardinals. So he was there with Gannon longer. And, that's why he built the bond and relationship that he had with Gannon. But he was with, CP for a year. And they crossed for a year. So he played under CP in 2024, which was the year that they won the championship. So yeah, man. So he knows CP. I don't know what their relationship is like. I don't know if they're close or anything else like that. But he knows them. They played together. Said what was Sweat injury last season? Shoulder, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go look. He said he coming in with the long wife beater is crazy. Yeah, let me go ahead and check on that. I forget what Josh Sweat injury was too. Let me go in here and take a look real quick. Josh Sweat injury. (2025) injury history. Let me find out what kind of injury he was dealing with. Yo, what's up with your 864 Cowboys fans? Salute to you. Let me see. Injury. Maybe I just need to type in injury 2025. All right, so he dealt with minor ankle and knee issues late in the season. So he had ankle and knee shit going on, but he did not miss a game. So that counts for something. And if you can play hurt and still get 12 sacks, that's good shit right there. And I appreciate that, Scott Riggs, for the love, man. I appreciate you supporting the content. I appreciate all y'all for supporting the content. 864 Cowboys, Cowboys fan trade, everybody in here that's rocking with your boy. I appreciate that shit. Real talk, man. That's love right there. But yeah, they did play together. Matter of fact, reusing an old graphic that I got from a previous show. These are all reasons that I highlighted on why the Dallas Cowboys should be interested in acquiring, Josh Sweat and his services. He did have 12 sacks last year. Injuries and all, he had 12 sacks last year. It is what it is. Because we got niggas completely healthy that cannot get 12 sacks. Hold on, this my nigga sliding in the building, man. Hold on, let me get Boss in here, man. Boss,
Yo,
what's Gucci with you, my guy?
what's up, man?
Ah, shit, I can't call it my guy. We just sitting here talking, about some cowboy shit. Folks are calling about Josh Sweat now. They have received trade calls about him. I'm just trying to see, do you think Jerry and them called? And you think they naming that number?
My guess would be no. Absolutely no. Even though I absolutely will want them to.
Mm-hmm.
But listening to Stephen Jones the last time he spoke, he put a lot of stock into next year's draft picks. So he was, like, he basically was very clear that he want to keep picks for next year, especially when you look at how many or the lack thereof that we have.
Yeah,
So we don't have that many picks. So it's it's like now we saying, and now to me, this is where stuff like the Mingo trade, the Trey Lance, and all of that kind of stuff can
Gary. We just gave up a fourth round pick for a pass rusher. It's not the one we wanted.
Right. So stuff like Gary, then begins to hurt you, especially if he goes for something like a fourth. This is where you, to me, maybe moved a little bit too fast. If you need that designated high quality pass rusher. So we, like for instance, Okoye and I and Lou at first had a massive disagreement between Sweat and Gary. But then, we talked later and Okoye was straight up. He was like, bro, I see why y'all was hounding him because of how y'all started your film. Y'all started out looking at sacks and pressures. If you start your film off looking at sacks and pressures, he go wow you. You go like him. You go believe in him. I was hearing you and listening to you as you was explaining, that shit, ain't nobody on that team got 12 last year, So he was compromised. You could see a clear hobble early in the season. He was playing even basically on one leg, but on one leg he got 12 sacks. So he's a little bit compromised in terms of his health. But if you need that guy that we need, and that's a guy that can close, he will be perfect.
I agree with you. And to your point about the Dallas Cowboys not having any real assets next year, we have one first round pick, because one of them is already tied up in the Quinn Williams trade. So that's to be determined. We have our own second round pick. We have our own third round pick. After that, Green Bay has our fourth round pick. The Steelers have our fifth round pick. We have two of our own sixth round picks, and the Eagles have our seventh round pick. So we have basically three picks that's worth a damn. Because when you start talking about 6 round picks, like who gives a damn? I might jump off the draft show by the time the 6th round gets there.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah. So to your point, they put themselves in a position to where like shit, you ain't got nothing like if they wanted a field, you can't even give them a field. That's how crazy that shit is. Like if they said a
Right.
5th round pick would do it, you can't do it because you ain't got one.
Yeah. So yeah, our hands is pretty much forced in the sweat. I mean, forced it to not trading right now, and almost we got to go with the old guys. Like, unless you just say F all them picks, which I'm for that. I'm for
I
that.
don't care.
Yeah, I don't care
listen,
either.
if you extend George Pickens, I don't need shit else in my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If your wide receiver core is taken care of, you already got 1,000 offensive linemen. So your offensive linemen is taken care of, wide receivers taken care of. If you get it right at tight end, with the acquisition of our boy from Baylor, Trigg, if he pans out to be okay, you ain't gonna need a tight end. So when you just talk about offensively, like offense is fine. It's going to be the other side of the ball that still needs some assets because you did a good job of. And listen, this is kind of a segue, but did you hear Jordan Lewis and what he said about Dallas and how he enjoyed being here, how much he liked playing with Dak and all this other good shit?
I didn't hear not a peep on that.
Yeah,
he went crazy.
He bigged up Dak, and he said he believed in his leadership style and his play, and that's the most important thing in the NFL is believing in your quarterback, and he believed in him. But this just really made me miss Jordan Lewis, and then I really sat there and thought about it. This defense is completely different. Like, Balls, when was the last time this Dallas Cowboys defense was good? Tell me the year.
Good?
Good.
Our 12-5 seasons.
2023 then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you something.
Was good.
Let me show you something.
Okay.
I thought about Jordan Lewis, but then I also sat back and thought, we ain't got none of them niggas no more.
Right.
Nobody on this graphic is here no more. Because remember, we were one of the top sack teams in the NFL in 2023.
Yeah, man. The defense was
loaded. So think about this. Micah Parsons, gone.
Yep.
Dorrance Armstrong, gone.
Yep.
DeMarcus Lawrence, gone.
Yes.
Dante Fowler, gone.
Yep.
Only person left from this D-Bad pass rushing room is Sam Williams.
Yeah.
Then factor in that you don't got Jordan Lewis anymore.
Right.
Factor in that Trayvon Diggs got hurt in 2023, and listen, 2023 was the beginning of the end for Trayvon Diggs. So you had one of the best corners in the league. He got hurt in 2023. He was never the same again. Right. So 2023, when you just factor in everything you lost from that team, injuries or just people leaving, like your team is gutted in comparison, dog. Jordan Lewis gone from this team.
Yeah.
So like, no, and people be questioning like why we're bad. You ain't got no fucking talent.
Well, and they putting a lot on Parker. They putting a lot on Parker, but Parker himself said, great players is what make great coaches. And that team had so many pass rushes that even Fowler wasn't getting enough reps. We was basically wasting him at that point. Like he should have got the snaps that Armstrong was getting easily because his ratio was way better than anybody, even Micah's, which was crazy at that time.
Do you know what's crazy about that?
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I miss Dorrance Armstrong, nigga.
Yeah.
that's how limited you are right now. Because I miss Dorrance Armstrong because even he got to 8.5 sacks. He had 7.5 this year. The year before that, he had 8.5.
Yeah.
Like you ain't got niggas doing that on your team no more.
Nope. And so it's a lot that we betting on BT Jordan and Christian Parker. We putting a lot on them boys. So I know it's the off season where a lot of people have optimism. They gonna have to show me, because I'm gonna be real curious if they gonna really be able to get the sacks.
Oh, they also are pointing out we had Stephon Gilmore. He's no longer in the secondary. Stephon Gilmore gone from this team, and you could have just resigned Stephon Gilmore. He still has some juice. He played like 2 more years after you let him walk.
Yep.
So you could have. Yeah. So Stephon Gilmore gone from the team.
That defense was good, bro.
Dan Quinn gone too. When you think about
it. Yeah. Dan Quinn. and all of them all together was a nice little dream team. Literally, bro. If boss is being honest, because I know we hate Dan Quinn now. A lot of people hate Dan Quinn. Literally, the only thing Dan Quinn needed was one
One take.
tech and a linebacker.
Mm-hmm. And you can make the argument that if he had the one take, the linebackers would have been fine.
I can easily make that argument too. Yup.
Yeah, you can make that argument that the linebackers would have been just fine. Because listen, Marquise Bell playing linebacker damn near made a Pro Bowl selection. You know what I'm saying? Like he was good. He just always had to end up taking on contact. You know, and salute to Hank. We ain't got Big Hank no more either. Now I'm
Right,
just
yeah.
sitting here just going down the list of the
And
good players.
we traded a 6th rounder to get Hank, bro. So it shows you that we still at that time didn't even put major investment. Like Hank would be second team right now on this squad
Mhm.
easily, and he was our main guy. So the last time we had a good D was like 23. Yup.
And hey, tired ass Cowboys fan, that is kind of sort of fair. He like, how did that defense look in the postseason? It was god awful. They got ran all over because they exploited the weakness of the one take that we didn't have. But I also will say this: at least you made it to the playoffs with this defense. You're getting spanked by everybody. Teams that ain't beat you since Obama was in office were beating your ass last year. You lost to the fucking Giants last year.
And one
Obama was
time,
in office the last time that we had lost to niggas.
and one time that defense actually did show up in the postseason. That when
I
we
think
went and played in San
2022.
Fran, when we
Yeah.
went and played in San Fran, that defense they played amazing, bro. It was the offense that let them down. Now versus Green Bay, they didn't have Jonathan then. He was gone, you know. And they took advantage of the lack of one techs that we wasn't investing in at that time. And they ran at Michael, which any one of us would say that should be the game plan. If you ain't got one text and your biggest threat is Micah, run at Micah. That's what you do to any pass rusher. That ain't just Micah, too. If your best threat is a pass rusher, you got to take his legs out. And that's what Green Bay did successfully. We also walked into that game overconfident and cocky. The fans was cocky. The only people that wasn't cocky was us. It was the only people that was warning that Green Bay was dangerous. It was literally me and Henny. Everybody else was calling us scared. People were saying stuff like, "Hey man, Green Bay, man, they happy just to be in the playoffs." Because remember, we was walking in hot. We was hot as hell. We just wanted just won a division. We had the second seed. Yeah, so let's really remember history right now. That defense wasn't no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It was only one of them years they really got their ass mopped. And then even the first time we got mopped in the playoffs, that really wasn't defense play. That was defensive discipline.
Penalties.
It was penalties.
They had, and listen, it was a historic amount of penalties. It was like 14.
14.
I think it was like the most in an NFC playoff game.
Right.
I think it's like the first or the second amount. I know that it set a record. I know it was the most in Cowboys history.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
So
yeah,
to
like,
answer your question,
and
that
your defense made, and I'm not sitting here taking up for them. There's been games where they got their ass beat. And really like the run defense is really the issue with this defense. The run defense was really the issue because in that game you talk about with the 14 penalties, they also let them niggas run for 170. That one they couldn't get them off the field. They couldn't stop Debo and the other little running back they had. They ran all over us. The playoff loss before that was when we got hit with the 273. So it's mostly been like the rushing defense for the Dallas Cowboys over the course of the years. Because we know that we can rush the passer. It's just when you get in situations like this, teams ain't got to throw the football. You know what I'm saying? Like they got 17 games of tape on your black ass. They know that you can't stop the run. They're not even gonna play with you. Like this is the most important game of the season. Nigga, Kyle Shanahan came in there talking crazy. He said we're gonna run the ball 40 times.
And he did. Yeah.
And did it.
And did it. and sure enough did it. So yeah, man. So it's one of those things to where, I'm not poo-pooing on this defense. This defense does have to show me though. Like I'm not just all the way convinced until I see it. Now, if people are already saying, hey, this defense is finna be top 10, top 5, I'll be the first to tell you beat me to it. You were smarter than me. You saw something that I didn't see. Uh, but I see a lot of good in this defense. I just think some of the foundation of the defense needs to be worked on. Uh, Specifically a veteran war dead at edge.
And you know what? Looking at this graphic, the team we currently got is the exact opposite of this one. Because I think our interior is fine. I think
Right.
we got the best interior that we have had in like 2 decades. You had to go back to when Jay Ratliff and then was here in order to see a better defensive interior than what we got. So you got Big Quentin Williams, you got Kenneth Clark, you got Otito, and then you're going to see the progression of second year Jay, and you brought in Bullard, niggas like that. So you got big body run stopping dudes in there, and Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams can both get you a little bit of pass rush. Salute to DX Flash and Urian with the 499. He said, "What do people see in Leg Race Revel? Why do I see Cowboys fans just naming him starter over Durant? Am I missing something?" I named him the starter over Durant personally because of politics. If it's just an open competition, Durant's gonna win. You know what I mean? I feel like he'll win an open competition. If they're gonna go by the my guy approach, he gonna have to sit his ass down. Then they're gonna let Revel bad body ass out there. They're gonna let the run bland with no feet run out that bitch and try to cover people. And that's how I see it. I think he deserves to start based on what I saw from the boy last year, but I also don't know if he will start, and that's sort of concerning to me. What about you, boss?
I just did a show on that. I said that Durant is going to be an indication of if Brian Schottenheimer really is having a competition, compete everyday culture, like he said. He said the central theme of our organization is compete every day. So, but then I also played on a video, I mean on a live that I just did. Uh, a show where Jerry was saying that when you spend a pick on a player or you commit to a certain amount on a player,
You got to play him.
you basically have already bet the house of how that competition is going to go.
He said
And
that right there with Shotty was up there too.
he
Now
said it
think
right
about
there with Shotty. Right after Shotty talked about Booker starting and having to earn it. Like, no, he ain't. No, he was like, he got to earn it too. And Jerry stepped in and was like, nah, we made the pick basically. So he go play. So it's so I was telling people that we need to just keep our eye on that because that's super big with DX Flash, and you just got into the next raffle with DX Flash because to me Kobe is gonna be the indication because the biggest question that I asked people and I said, who just played better last year?
it was Kobe Durant by a mile. I think
Yeah.
I think everybody that watched the film on it said the same thing. I said he was the best corner that we got based off last year's film. I believe you said the same thing.
Yes.
I think Land said the same thing. So everybody that actually watched the film said that Kobe Durant was the better player last year. I don't
Right.
care what Deron Bland did 2 years ago. Like
That's
you may
right.
not ever see that nigga again. Like
Exactly, bro.
what you did for me most recently was not good enough. Kobe
Exactly.
Durant had 6 interceptions last year, 3 of them coming in the postseason. He started every game, and he did not look that bad against wide receivers like you did.
Yeah.
Ron Bland did not have a highlight tape, but he was featured in everybody else's highlight tape.
It's right. Yep.
But yeah, speaking of which, this is the Dallas Cowboys history of their turnovers, differential.
Mm-hmm.
So we were in the negative last year. And the year before that. So we were -6 in 2024, and we were -9 in 2025 turnover differential. All these other years that we like look back on fondly and remember, we were positive in turnover differential. 2014, the Dez Carter year, we were plus 12 in the turnover differential. You talk about the 2016 season when we had the magical run with Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, we were +5. 2021, our first 12-5 season under Mike McCarthy, we were +14. 2007 was the year that we won a division, but we got upset by the Giants. And they went on and won the Super Bowl. We were +3. 2023 +10. 2022 +10. So point being, normally when we got a great turnover differential, we're a good team. Like the one outlier was 2013, and I think niggas was hurt. I think Tony Romo got hurt that year, something like that. Something crazy happened. But outside of that, when you got a positive turnover ratio and you're the Dallas Cowboys, you usually end up making the playoffs, winning games, and doing a lot of good shit. And I don't know how we get back to that. Like, boss, if we could, what's your plan for the Dallas Cowboys to actually have a positive turnover ratio? Because it's not really that we turn the ball over a lot ourselves. It's just that we don't get any.
Ooh, boy, it's so much in this chart, right? Because when you look at the times we was positive, right? This is why Brian Schottenheimer was so angry at the end of the year talking about the turnover differential, because you can see clearly what it does to wins. Like, look at the times we was positive at the top and what it did to wins, bro.
All our best years.
Yep, your best years are the years your defense get the ball.
13 wins twice, 12 wins 4 times, an 11-win season, and a 10-win season in there. And listen, I didn't even make this chart. I stole this from Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom had posted this shit, so salute to him. I don't be agreeing with a lot of shit that nigga said, but he snapped with this shit. He snapped with this one.
I gotta give Danny Phantom his props, because we go crazy. We go off on colorful charts. His colorful charts hit, like it tells the real story of why like turnovers are important. And you ask the question, how? To me, your defensive coaches have to be just fanatic about preaching it, like and teaching it and repping it. Like Al Harris say, you get what you emphasize. He made a quote. Because obviously the turnovers followed him to Chicago, right?
Correct.
So then people start saying, okay, damn, we know it's you now. We was giving Dan Quinn credit for that. We was giving Joe Witt, but we know it's you now because it followed you to Chicago. It didn't follow them. So they said, how did you do it? He said, man, you get what you emphasize. And so when I watched him, coaching Diggs, he made a dope ass play in the end zone, right? A bat down. Like, I play corner. I'm over there like, dope play, man. Good ass play, Diggs, right? Nothing crossed my mind negative. Man, that boy went to the sideline. Al Harris say, that's a drop. Right? He said, that's a drop. And Diggs say, wow, man. He said, nah, man, I'm dead ass. Give me 10 push-ups. Diggs gave him 8. Why did he sit there and count them hoes? He said, you owe me 2 more. Now this is all pro Diggs. This ain't Diggs, that we hate. This is the all pro, the dude that was the zenith. And then they was talking at the end, and to answer your question, he said, but hey, man, he said, man, you can't really just count that on me. He said, listen, anything downfield, if they throw it, you should intercept it. Anything downfield. And he say, man, I'm not giving you no fucking excuses, man. We practice one hand on the jug. That alone, people need to realize what Al said. He got the cornerbacks catching with one hand on the jug machine. If people don't know what that jug machine, that's where they got that machine that
shoots it out to them.
And it shoot the ball out to you, and it's usually fast. And usually you see receivers, working on a jug machine. That's who I was working on their hands. He said, nah, I have y'all for this moment catch it with one hand, because even if it's one hand, I expect you to come down with it. So he didn't give him no excuses. So to answer your question, the only way you get these type of turnovers, if you have to have coaches that's like Al, that's like, man, I don't give a damn. We go get the ball. The ball is everything. We live by getting the ball. We do punch out drills. We do everything about the ball. And that's another reason why I was targeting Dino in the offseason as a coach, and we was looking at different coaches. But the main reason we targeted certain coaches like Dino for the Texans, because for the last 3 years, his secondary had the most. What's up, Rebel?
She hit you with a 1999 for your mind. Salute,
Yeah,
Angie.
Appreciate you, Angie. So
Yes,
that to
love,
me, that's
brother.
how you do it. You gotta have coaches that's emphatic about it. You got 4 entries, Rebel.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So my question is this: like, what is Christian Parker's and them standing in turnovers? I know they had a bunch of postseason turnovers, but what was their turnover shit like throughout the course of the season?
They
Do you
was
know?
they was at least in the top thirds. He wasn't bad. He wasn't great. You know what I'm saying? Philly wasn't really getting the ball like that.
Let's see.
On the interceptions, he was in the middle of the pack. I remember looking at Philly, but he never made my list because he wasn't at the top. The people that was at the top to me was people like Dino. Then it was obviously Al Harris. He was my number one because of turnover differential. And then old boy from Seahawks, I forgot his name. You know what I'm talking about.
The passing game coordinator.
Yeah, the passing game coordinator. Me and Star was high on him.
I gotta, you know what? You know, he actually coached at Alabama too.
He did,
And,
right.
and
He
I just
did.
played part of his coaching seminar when I was talking about the match coverage principles and shit. Matter of fact, I sent it to you, and
Yeah.
I had went over it because I had did a show about some of the stuff they were bringing over and how match coverage was different from zone dropping and shit. So I had did a whole show on that.
You sent that to me?
Yeah, I got it. I had sent it to you at one point. I don't know if I still got it in there. Oh, Scott. It was Scott.
Yep, Scott. That's him.
Mm-hmm.
That's him.
Yeah, he talked real well. He talked football real well, man. So I fucks with him.
And he got the ball. Like, so if it was either last year or the year before, he was top in turnover differential, you know? So I never really saw Christian Parker up there at getting the ball like that. Not a lot, you know? And I got this from you. Obviously, where Christian Parker was dope is the skies.
Correct.
I think Christian Parker is a ball out guy. I don't think he's a take the ball guy.
Yeah, I finna find out what they did, and because I don't know, because turnovers is also like the strip sacks and shit. So maybe they can get some of them that way, but I don't. But you are right, because I don't think that when he teaches like his technique, in terms of pass coverage, I don't think that it's the trail technique shit. Try to bait the throws. I think he just locking shit down. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard to throw against niggas. Playing with numbers and putting the cap on the defense, and it looks like zone. It turns into man. You throw that shit and shit like that.
Yeah, and that's some coaches' style. Some coaches have a style to where they're coaching for you to try to stop the receiver, and I think it's better as a former corner myself when the coach frees you and basically lets you know, I want you to attack the ball like the receiver, and trains you that way too. I want them coaches that say, listen, that ball that's in the air belongs to you just as much as it belongs to them, and I want you to go for it. Because see, as a corner, I know sometimes you can play where you're just trying to keep them from catching the ball. And coaches that'll say, listen, I want you to turn your head, jump, and try to pick that hole. And if they make a great catch on you, or if they mouse you, I will accept that, and I will take the hit for that. I like them type coaches. See, to me, that's why Diggs and them and Bland was getting so many picks, because they was freed up. They were like, bro, my coach want me to go forward. That my coach want me to attack the football. Al Harris wanted them attacking the football. So I'm not sure if Parker's that type. Zimmer wasn't that type. Remember, Zimmer was I'd rather you not allow them to catch it than to go for the interception and they get a big play on you,
Right.
I don't like them type coaches because I don't think corners play freer. I want you to play free. I want you to be out there going for it, trying to make dope plays.
All right. So I got the answer. For total turnovers forced in 2025, they were 10th.
Yeah, 10.
They had 21, who was tied with the Colts.
Yeah.
In terms of actual interceptions, they had 12, and that was 15th. So
Yeah.
9 of them were like strip sacks or some shit like that then.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
fumbles.
yeah. Which, you know, the only thing I'm gonna hold Christian Parker accountable to is the interceptions because I know that's directly under him. Unless they had it broken down by who had the strip sacks.
Yeah, because if it's like a corner blitz and they force a fumble, then
I give it to him.
yeah, but that'd be some minutia shit we had to look in a different day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Over the course of this.
So he's a top third, but being top third is still good.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not, you know, what Al Harris was doing and shit, but it's also not bad. And I think everything, and I think everything, there's a give and take with everything. Because in order to get those kind of turnovers, you also have to take a lot of chances too. You know what I'm saying? Because you will get burnt sometimes. You play in trail, hit with a double move, you already out of phase, then shit. Yeah. Stuff happens.
Shit. And see, that's another reason I loved Chris Johnson out of Utah, the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Chris Johnson out of Utah because watching his tape, he never panicked when the ball was in the air. Like, he never panicked. Like, he would attack the football. Even if you had a step on him, he would catch you because he showed game speed with that. And he would still turn around and look for the ball. Like, damn.
Yeah, he was dope.
Damn, bro. Most cats don't do that. Like, usually if you get hit with a double move or something, right, you just trying to make sure that dude don't catch it. Chris didn't give a damn. Chris, once he got right back up in phase with you, he was like,
Yeah. And listen, I wouldn't have mind getting that boy either, because I think we had him high as hell on our board. I think he was like the second or third. No, he was like the third corner, I think, because I think we had put him up there. Yeah, he is. I just know for a fact they were saying they were dead set on edge. You know what I mean? So given the options that they were going to force an edge there, and knowing the other options out there outside of Malachi Lawrence, you know, like I was okay with it. I would have preferred Gabe. I think Gabe was the only other edge on the board that I had higher than Malachi at that point.
Me too. Yeah, I would have preferred Gabe.
I would have preferred Gabe, but you know,
I mean, Gabe to me with BT would have been scary as fuck, bro. Because you got a super. See, I don't think people
putting it with the size,
super athlete with the size, bro, and good games against big teams, and you pointed that out. And you take like. Gabe has the athleticism of Myles Garrett. That's what people need to understand.
He's almost 280 pounds.
Right.
Like, he's a big ran a 4.6. They're not understanding that. Double-digit sack guy. You know what I mean? So, like, it's crazy. Yeah. And I told my cousin, you know, he a damn Patriots fan, man. Like, man, y'all got y'all one, man. Like, he didn't know about the nigga. He went to the Patriots. They went to the Patriots in the second round, so it wouldn't even been a reach because he still went in that range. Right. You know what I mean? He still went in that range because at that point you're picking in the 20s. You're basically taking the second round pick. There's not 20 first round pick rated niggas most of the time anyway.
Yeah,
you know it was sort of a stretch to get Malachi Lawrence there too. You know, but you know.
And see, that's why I pray, bro. I really pray that Malachi wasn't a nepotism pick. I pray that wasn't he was my guy in college. I'm standing on the table for my guy. And this is where Lou made a good point. This youth movement could be risky, you know.
It gotta work.
Yeah, me and Lou supposed to have been doing some film work. We've been hunting down all the film of Malachi versus other first rounders. And I'm being honest with y'all, it's not good. Other first round tackles, it's not good. So it's one of those things to where I just pray he's not a taco. A lot of us don't want to imagine that right now, but it could be a possibility. He could be taco. He could. He could. Cause he didn't me and you do a breakdown and saw him on Max get locked.
Yeah, he didn't have a great game against Max. I think, Blue said it very well though. Blue said it very well though. It only takes one sack or one pressure on shit, and they feel like you had an amazing day. Because he ended up with a sack in garbage time against the nigga, and and they gonna like, hey, this one of the best tackles ever. He got a sack on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He lost 80 reps. He got that one.
It was the last play of the game. This dude was scrambling around like a big dummy, bro, and still to get the ball out. If I'm Max, I turn around and slap my quarterback, bro. I swear. But anyway, yeah. So but yeah,
that's what I
man.
gotta also look at because he played Jordan. So Jordan Seaton is going to be a top pick out of this draft class, and he played Jordan Seaton like in 2023. Now he had a sack against Jordan Seaton, but I don't know how it went. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's the
like
quality?
You look on there, you get a sack, and like, oh shit. So I don't know what happened. You gotta watch the game.
You do. Hey,
it
it's real when we laugh. Real. It be some bullshit, but you're right. People are kind of like, oh yeah, man, he won on Max. He got a sack. Shit, you better go look at that. Yeah, you know. So
yeah, check Cardax, man.
That's real, bro. So
real talk.
I would say though, Christian Parker, man, because a lot of people, and I know Luke getting ready to do a film breakdown where he believed that the bend, the Christian Parker twist is going to likely be more blitzing. What's your thoughts on that?
It depends on how close to the Fangio, and Nick Saban style defenses he stayed. Because because I did the, like the breakdown of like the coverage philosophy, and they use cover 7. And like I was letting people know, cover 7 is actually a family of different coverages. It's not just one. So like within cover 7, you have multiple calls that you can handle, different personnel packages. You call cover 7, but it might be cover 7 stubby, or it might be cover 7 mix, or it might be cover 7 so on and so forth. And depending on what you call is going to be dependent on the responsibilities of the back end. Well, in order to play cover 7, you got to play with numbers, because you're going to have a box on one side and a triangle on the other side. So the box side, you're going to play with 4 defenders over 3, and you're going to give yourself a numerical advantage. On the triangle side, you're going to play with 3 defenders over 2, and you're going to have a numerical advantage. And depending on what you call is going to be, the responsibilities of the back end. So you could tag it like, hey, it's going to be match coverage, but we're going to call mod on here, and mod is man on demand. So the outside corner on that end is going to have the responsibility of the number 1, depending on what they do. Now, if they go vertical, anything over 5 feet, it's man coverage, right? Man coverage. Everybody else, do what you got to do underneath. If they do like an end break or some shit, I'm falling back and I'm zoning off this area, and I'm getting my eyes on the number 2 and see what the fuck he's doing, and everybody else is going to match underneath, right? So in order to have that kind of style of defense, you got to have the numbers in the back end. So unless they're going to get into some more traditional man cover looks to where they can bring the extra person out, instead of putting them in the coverage, that's going to be the question. Because Vic loves to play cover 6. He loves to play variations of cover 7, so I don't really know, how much of that he's going to take. I feel like, he's been in the kitchen with him for a very long time. He's been his protege for years at this point, and you usually take a lot from who's your mentor. Usually take a lot from them. Now, I would love for them to blitz more. Like I think that fixes a lot of things, because I don't think you necessarily have the war data yet. But it would be a complete tendency break for him to go against that, because you need the numbers in the back end to play the kind of coverages that we want to play.
Right. So that's why I'm not quite buying it. I need to talk to Lou. Exactly what you said, because if you start blitzing a lot with Fangio, you're not in Fangio's defense anymore.
Yeah, so I
You
don't
see what I'm
know.
saying?
Maybe
Because he's a bend don't break. He's a bend don't break defense. At the end of it today, is he's gonna keep that umbrella on top. So I'm just, I'm
it's just
very
tight
curious.
because
Talk to me.
it's on the only real difference in between what he's doing and what Eberflus is doing is like Eberflus had a zone style spot drop vision defense. Everybody fall to a specific spot at a specific depth,
Ugh,
and they got the eyes on the quarterback and they're trying
ugh.
to make plays.
That's
Match
elementary.
coverage, yeah, match coverage. You're playing zone unless,
Unless,
or
yeah,
sometimes you're playing on sorts, or sometimes you're playing man unless.
unless,
It's a
right,
it's a defense that dependent on what the fuck is going on. They play
yeah,
routes. They don't play the grass.
right,
They play
hmm,
route concepts.
yeah,
So if you're going to end breaker, if you're going to do an end breaker, odds are I'm not running with you. We're gonna zone this shit off. We got niggas underneath. Really, that's really why Caleb Downs is going to be important, because he'll be the apex defender in this defense, and he'll have a lot of round responsibilities. He'll have a lot of responsibilities on running backs out the backfield at different points of time, on tight ends, on slot wide receivers. Like, there's a reason why they call it the star in Alabama, because you have to be a star to do the shit they want you to do. You got to be damn near Super Saiyan. I think Caleb Downs is a nigga like that, but we'll see. But yeah, man, like, but at least with this style of defense, you're getting people closer to the football. You're actually gonna have defenders connecting and get their hands on the wide receiver and the passing threats, because a lot of times they get into their area. That's your nigga. Like, it's not zone no more. You got to be with this dude. They coming across the field, you're still running with them. You know, just like in, let's say we're playing cover 3. Seams are open. That way you're supposed to go with the ball in cover 3. If we're actually matching that seam is not there, I'm running with him down the seam. You know what I mean? So it's a much more in your face defense than that passive ass shit that Eberflus was doing, and that's why I think it can work, because we just seen
yeah.
Seattle do.
I love the disguise element of it. But if Parker went like heavy blitz, bro, I would be curious, because I love how, and I'm pretty sure you did too, how that zero blitz had Dak seeing ghosts, bro. On the Minnesota had Dak seeing ghosts and Shoddy, but they was aggressive, bro. Okay, we
Because
got
you
Lou in
can't
the house.
salute to my brother
on,
Lou.
man.
Lou, you got the link, matter of fact, nigga. Like, it's in
Yeah, Lou,
the group
'cause
chat.
I got some questions. I know you've been digging, if you can, Lou. I know you've been digging into Chris. I want to talk about that blitz rate. And so he's saying the blitz
Yeah,
rate was
jump on,
really
Lou.
back. So basically what he's saying is it's a model to what it is they did it. That's what he's saying, basically. Okay. And so if Lou right on that, and I know Lou ain't gonna make that up.
Evero. He said it was
It's
under
confirming
Evero,
that
though.
it's confirming that, and I think me and Lou discussed this, that likely Parker is going to be more Evero than Vic Fangio.
With
That's
the
what I'm
Panthers.
prepared for. Or with Denver. I think because that's what Lou talking about. He talking about that the blitz rate with Denver was Evero, which is still the same principles that Chris Parker going to have, the 3-4, the match principles, all of that stuff, So
Well,
he
listen, that
basically
would solve a lot of our problems,
like pass rush,
like pass
or
rush. Because if you can't get home with 4, you got to bring
right,
somebody else.
yeah,
It just is what it is.
yeah,
You got to take that risk.
right, and that also does go to, and that's why I definitely want to hear from Lou with it, because Lou go do a video on this. I'm probably asking him to give up his sauce. But to your point, yeah, if you're gonna try to be a blitzing team, then yeah, this
You're
is
gonna have to
your
get away
plan.
from some of that.
Right. Cause see, when I saw Dean, bro, and I'm being all the way honest, when I did the film cut up of Dean in free agency, when we was looking at potentially acquiring him, he was so dope on the blitz. I said to myself, Vic Fangio is a hoe. Like he was such a weapon. You feel me on that? He was such a weapon, bro. Like he kablookied everybody, bro. Okay, blitz rates follow. Okay, so Lou giving the clues. Okay.
Now it's still gonna be up to CP.
Yeah.
Like that's cool that it follow Marcus Dixon, but CP let y'all niggas know he did not wait all this time to get this opportunity and not do it the way he want to do it. He up here fighting the front office to get niggas. It's day one, year one.
This gonna sound crazy, but I can see him being a blitzing coach. I can see
that. What makes you feel that way?
I think that's what the league
outside of him being a Negro.
Yeah, because I was thinking that.
I be thinking it too. Like, man, you ain't gonna get no nigga. He don't blitz.
I swear to God, I was thinking that because he a nigga, dog. I swear I was thinking that. Hey, and I tried to say it professional. That's where the league is going. Hell nah, because he a nigga.
Man, niggas be blitzing. That's true. It's true. Some stereotypes is true, nigga.
Hey, go look, man. Go look at the run tape, man. Go look at the boys in Minnesota. The boys is losing their mind. Yeah. I'm gonna stay with the professional, bro, because that's where the league is going. I think the league took notice, bro, that Brian Flores with not as much talent was getting after balls blitzing, bro. So yeah, I think Parker go model that. That's my gut though, and it is. I swear, I'm glad you said it though. You said it though.
It's real though, man. He said our defense probably gone the most dangerous when not blitzing.
Ooh, so that boy been in his bag. I beg. Lou, you gotta get in here, bro. You gotta get in here, bro.
Lou, I want to talk essential football with you, man. I done did a lot of work on this shit, man.
Yeah, I know both of y'all been digging. You know, I ain't been digging late. And see, that's sad, bro. You'll miss 2 or 3 days, and you feel like you missed 2 weeks. That's how fast stuff be moving around here, boy. Like
also,
real.
salute to Miss Pam real quick for the 5-piece. That did get you a raffle entry, man. So I appreciate you for the love, boss. June 1st is around the corner.
Right,
June 1st is around the corner. It means. Well, it means 2 things, really. One, it's going to start the official holdout for George Pickens, because it's not real till you start losing money. You know what I mean? Like I use the example of if I have a wedding and you don't show up to my wedding, but I ain't invite your black ass no way. You know, you didn't really skip out on my wedding. You weren't invited. Like he technically, you know, ain't have to show up for none of the other shit before now. Now it's real. You can't shush it away. You know, you can't explain it away. If the nigga don't show up for mandatory shit now and he start losing money, it's a holdout. You can't say it's anything else but that. It's a fucking holdout at that point. You know what I mean? So we're on George Pickens' watch for that. And David Mulugeta just got a nigga paid. David Mulugeta just got one of the older safeties in the NFL, the most money you ever seen by a safety, nigga.
Oh my God. And he did it on a 3-year.
That's all we needed, dog. We didn't need him to George Pickens forever. We just needed.
No, I'm with it. I'm just like the 3 years so much better for the player. It's so much because then they get to go right back into the market at a much higher amount. And the person that said that was Kirk Cousins. The person that first started doing that was Kirk Cousins. Really showing the value of them short-term deals with higher guarantees. Just genius. Yeah, that's genius.
We got brother Lou in the building too, man.
All right, we got Lou in the building, bro.
And I know that we were finna start talking about Duran and shit, but man, I really want to talk to
in relation to Pickens.
Yeah, I want to talk to him about some conceptual football too, though, because he done piqued my goddamn interest though.
Yeah,
from the
Yeah,
champ.
I'm
yeah,
curious too.
yeah. What I was saying is like we ain't gonna be blitzing crazy. I think we just gonna be middle of the pack, man. It's gonna be better than what we did last year because we were like bottom of the league with Eberflus. Like so, middle of the pack is like double what Eberflus did. That's what I'm saying.
Got you. Got you.
Okay.
And so you seeing us being more Denver Evero than Vic Fangio. So
Yeah,
for
because
those y'all that know I'm talking about, Evero was the defensive coordinator and Christian Parker was under his tutelage when he was
yeah,
at Denver.
that's why I think that because that's why I said the blitz rate been following Marcus, and in his interview, I'm gonna put it in my video. Like he literally said, "Oh, I want to create one-on-one matchups, so I can put the responsibility on them. I need them to think they got one-on-one." Well, shoot, if we just in line up on base and we rushing three, they ain't gonna always be one-on-one. They're gonna be having more than one. You know what I'm saying? Just off numbers. So how
Just to
you
deal
create
with.
one-on-one? Yeah, how you create one-on-one matches with the offensive line? You got to send more. Yeah, you got to isolate them. You got to break up that slide. You know what I'm saying? And
Hey
that's what I
Lou,
think.
are you not? Are you
Hmm.
not live?
No, because I can add it real quick, but my bad. I'm still at work. It's
Shit,
all
get this
good though.
money, nigga.
Yeah, but that's why I think we're gonna be sending more. How often we do it, you know what I'm saying? This is why having a Caleb Downs is gonna be able to pique our interest because now we can blitz more and we got better, cover guys that can come in. What Henny was saying with the advanced coverages and being able to have that extra and shield defender, and not be totally out of whack with probably what Eberflus was scared of last year. You know what I'm saying? But he should know. Like, hopefully we wrong, but this defense is built, to be at its dangerous when we can drop 8 and 7 and all that.
Yeah,
Realistically, but
right.
but
Exactly.
we ain't. But you got to have. That's why he said you got to have. In order to do that, you gonna have your all the people up front got to be first rounders. They got to be pay to play type of players. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have some dogs in order to do that.
Hmm. He's right because I looked at it, and there's nothing I can argue with that when you really think about it. Like most of these coverages, they're dope, but at the end of the day, if you do not get the quarterback on the ground, no matter how many people you got back there, a nigga can get open and get back to the football. You know what I mean? So like you eventually you're gonna have to make a play and make something happen. So hey, and salute to my boy Amp in the building too, man. They might have assassinated Lou, for going live on the job, but we gonna hold it down to Cuz get back in here. But Amp, how
Man,
you living, man?
man, I'm good, man. Finally got the kiddos to bed, man. Daddy duty be calling. But I was tuned in, man. Y'all were hitting some great points. Boss, you said when you miss 2 to 3 days, it feel like 2 weeks, boy. How you think it feel when you miss about 2 to 3 months, dog?
Oh man, you caveman.
Boy, look, I'm trying to catch up, man.
You caveman.
But look, I'm telling you, as I've been thinking about this. Oh, please forgive me, chat, everybody. Good evening. How y'all doing? Good to see y'all. I am curious as y'all were talking about it. Talking about potential bodies we might have to sacrifice for this blitz, right? I know we have bodies on the back end now who are a little bit more rangier. We got our outfielders now, but I want to know how much of the coverage is going to be sacrificed depending upon how many individuals you send in after that quarterback. And truth be told, I think that is going to be a big part of Christian Parker's learning curve and learning his players, learning their range, learning how many you can blitz and get away with, without compromising on that. I think him getting that feel for that is going to be that curve. And once he finds that sweet spot and knows, okay, if I got these individuals on the field, okay, I might be able to send five. I might be able to send six depending upon who out there. Excuse me, sit on the back end. I think that is going to be how he learns this entire process and learns his personnel, which truthfully, I think that's why he started cleaning house early because the man know what he needs.
Right. And I'm trying to add a graphic to illustrate what I'm talking about 4/3 and 3/2. It's just Shit is tripping right now, but I'm trying to get it in here. But Lou,
Technology,
talk us
greatest
through
trait.
this a little bit. Yeah, but I agree with you though on the
The
point to
coverage,
he got to learn his personnel.
you talking
That's
about the
basically
coverage?
the point that you're getting there. He got to understand who can do what he can trust in situations, who's best to bring in certain situations, who's my better cover guy. Like those are all things that he'll have to learn over time as he get used to his personnel. I do like our odds with Christian Parker though. I do think Christian Parker because he done it before at this point, man. He's done it.
Damn, they done snipe. They done snipe Henny.
Yeah, what he's saying with like the 4-over-3, he's just basically saying it's a numbers game. Like they'll box one side so they can have an extra like reinforcement guy in coverage. So how these advanced coverages work is just basically like he'll give a coverage, but he'll give a tag and he'll tell you the technique to play. He'll tell you a sequence of your eyes of what you're reading. And the reason why he got all these different tags because he'll may call something different. So he want to look the same way but play it differently. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? And at the same time, you'd be smart enough to understand route families. Like you should understand what they're trying to do in the flood. So when I tell you to read number 2 to number 1, it already if you safety, you got the inside leverage, and don't be don't get scared when it's over outcome. Some shit like that. So that's what he's basically saying.
Gotcha. Cool. Is he back?
I think he is. Yeah.
Is he? Okay, the graphic up, but is Henny back?
I'm,
Okay, there you
I'm back now
there you
because it started storming over here. So like my wire connection got a little shot on my computer, but I'm here. I'm here though. But yeah, man, this is what I'm talking about when I say, 4-over-3 and 3-over-2. So schematically, on the strong side, where they have the most receiving threats, they're going to put 4 people. So they're going to try to play 4-over-3. As you can see right here, Alabama got 4 niggas over there to their 3. The other end is going to be the triangle. They're going to try and play 3 people over top of the 2.
So it's plus
And
one on both sides.
yeah, they're gonna try and have a +1 advantage on each side, and it's a split field coverage, right? 4 people on one side, try to get 3 people on the other side, cover 7, right? So, and depending on what it's called, it's gonna be dependent on what the responsibilities is. Like if they got a gangster ass wide receiver, and I just want my best corner to follow this nigga everywhere, he's going to play Meg. And Meg means man everywhere he goes. So regardless of what everybody else does, you are one-on-one with this dude, regardless of what the hell
All right,
happens. If
Henny,
he break
say that one more time for the people. Slow it down, bro. You talking too fast, dog.
okay.
That was
So
dope, though. That was dope.
oh yeah, and these are real calls for him. Like these are just the calls within the saving style cover 7. You have Meg, which is man everywhere he goes, and then you have Mod, which is man on demand. Meg just means that's your dude, regardless of what happens. That's your guy, regardless of what happens. It's the call. You're going to play man. Everybody else underneath is going to play match coverage. And in Mod is match on the entire side. If the wide receiver 1 goes vertical past 5 yards, regardless if he's doing a bang 8, a post, a vertical, a end breaker that goes over 5 yards, it's man coverage. That is my guy at that point, and everybody else plays match coverage underneath. If he goes inside within 5 yards, he's going to fall back and zone off that deep third of the field and get his eyes back to the wide receiver 2 to see if he got work or if he coming what the hell he's doing. Right. So those are 2 of the primary calls that you usually get for the outside corners, in this kind of zone. And then the apex guys underneath are going to sort out the 2 because they got their own responsibilities as well in mass coverage, different things that it might different situations where it might turn into man, and it gets you a better picture because one, I've been, and again, like you said, for the skies.
it's going to look the same every time. It's going to be a too high safety shell that we played this out of, but you'd have no idea what the hell we're doing, because our responsibilities change all the time. What we want to do, what we want to call, can change at the drop of a dime.
Mm.
Like all we got to do is call cover 7 and then tag something to it. Cover 7, we could play stubby. Cover 7, we can play swivel. Cover 7, we can play mix. Cover 7, we can. There's like dozens of calls you can get out of cover 7 out of the same damn look with different responsibilities. Right. So and this is part of the reason why Christian Parker said he wants smart players.
Yeah.
This is not an easy ass defense to decipher because depending on what the hell I ask you to do, it could be one of 15 different damn things.
Do you think this is too much for our young rookies?
No, because the reason why, how
Hmm.
the NFL is a copycat league.
You copied it from college.
They copied it from
Co-
college, yeah.
They copied it
And
from college.
you
College
know who's the
college is a
main?
copycat league.
Yeah, you know who's the main one who grew up in this defense his entire life?
Downs.
Mm,
Downs.
Yep, Downs.
mm.
Man, I'm cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah,
Downs knows this
this
very
is
well.
review. This is just review for Downs.
But
Mhm.
you know what's crazy though? Even with even with all the moving parts, right? And talking about who's staying, who going, etc. Even with all of that taken into consideration and thinking back to last year and how egregious your defense was, I don't give a damn if we don't have enough bodies potentially on the back end. This shit can't get no worse than it was last year, straight up. I mean,
Mhm.
cause even with guys sitting back, I mean, they were running past us wild last year. So it's like, come on, like,
That's because that's because Eberflus, and I don't understand how he's still employed. Like, and this is what Boston kept telling him. Eve, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like the NFL has gotten too advanced for that basic spot
Spot drop.
dropping, covering
Exactly.
green like
Oh,
coverage.
it's-
So
that's
like
that's so elementary, bro.
it's so elementary. That's why I like, bro. He'll be, oh, we got everybody talking about he got a complicated man. I don't want to hear nothing about no complicated defense from Eberflus. That was elementary. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you playing off. How you gonna play off and you gonna be in cover 3? Like all they gonna do is run comebacks and stops to you. That's already a 5 to 7 yard game. And we see the thing about that, we'll do that and we'll let
that's that weak
all
ass bend but don't break.
so all of these bad quarterbacks, they can come in, get in the feel of the game, won't be rattled, get hot, and once they get hot, okay, now when you switch it up, it's too late. And that's what I was telling them, but like at least you need to, bro, like go after them or something because you relying on a 4-man rush with your spot dropping. It's just a bad look, man. It was a bad look.
Yeah, so
I agree. Damn sure agree. Yeah,
So
hold
glad
up,
he
dog.
gone.
I'm trying to add some more shit in here.
and
I'm
it's
so
a
glad he
situation
gone.
too where I keep telling people one hand washes the other. You got your pass rush or lack thereof in our instant. I'm talking about that, but your pass rush is going to dictate how much time your quarterback got to stand back there, and vice versa with your coverage. If your coverage is sticky and your quarterback patting the ball, guess what? That's going to allow the time for the pass rush to get up on him. So again, one hand washes the other. Your rush helps your coverage, and your coverage helps your rush. One hand truly washes the other.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, we can't have questionable corners this year and no pass rush. Like, that's what I kept saying. Like, we need one or the other, bro. Like, I need 2 Revises or somewhat of a Revis,
One of them got to be
or
superior.
or you got to give me something close to what we lost in 11. You know what I'm saying? But you got questions in both. You know what I'm saying? And we going into the season like, ooh, let's just stop the run. And I got a video on that coming out. Shit.
I heard what
Yeah.
Cowboy said about Dorrance Armstrong too, boy. It's sad, but that man.
I miss that nigga now.
No, and me and Boss said on our show, Henny, like, bro, the committee we had behind Micah might be better than the committee we have right now.
It is. Matter of fact, Lou, I don't know how much of the show you were watching. I showed it. I showed the 2023 committee. Matter of fact, here it go. I'm gonna pull it up real quick before we talk about this other shit. There it go, right here. This is what this is your pass rushing run for 2023. Micah had 14. Dorrance Armstrong had 7.5. D Law had 4.
See,
Dante had 4 and Sam had 4.5.
no comment. There's no comment, man.
Must be nice.
Must be
Man,
nice. Let's see. How many sacks is this just between these 5 people?
8.5, 13 and a half,
30,
17, 17
32?
cents. Oh, without Micah,
14 plus
17.
4 is 18.
Oh,
18
he
plus
was
7 is 25 and a half.
31 for
25
20 mil.
and a half plus
33,
4.5.
33 and a half.
I think it's 34.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 30. It's 34 sacks. This is 34 sacks by them damn selves. We had
God.
35 as a team last year.
What we had this year, like 2023, because this is just the edge round. And see, and look, bro, and see when people was getting on me when we was projected on the year, and people was like, "Lou, you over underselling." I said, "I see us getting about like 35 total," and people
Yeah.
like I'm underselling, and I was being real, dog. Like,
I mean, I think with the improvement of the middle with Quentin and Kenny, I think their pressure and their demand for attention may lighten the load slightly for your edges, but not that much.
They had
Not
46
not that
this
much
year,
to
Lou.
replace this shit. No, no.
they had 46. That means it was 15. They came outside of this room. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that means that's 34 right here. There was only 12 sacks unaccounted for. And I know Osa had like 4 himself. I know he had like a couple years where he had 4 sacks. So Osa had 4 sacks. And then, of course, you probably had miscellaneous sacks by linebackers and shit like that. So, yeah.
So we're going to hey CP, you're going to have to adapt. I just want to see you adapt, man. That's what the blitzing got to come into play.
Let me ask y'all this. I know you asked it earlier in the show, Henny, but you were talking about Josh Sweat and the fact that y'all don't think that Jerry is one of the owners who made the phone call for him. My question is, do you think they are still actively looking at anybody else?
No.
No,
And I'm
being
gonna tell you
realistic.
and I'm gonna
Even,
tell you
even
and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna
before
tell
you
you
answer,
why
let
though.
me, let me put this in there too. Let me put this in there too before you answer.
Go ahead.
Even with knowing what we know about them trying to obtain Max earlier in the off season, even with that
Yes.
knowledge, do you think they just done all together now?
Yes, because at that point you didn't have Rashawn Gary and Malachi Lawrence. In their mind, if you use the Dallas Cowboys math, Rashawn Gary, Malachi Lawrence, that you got 2 assets for what you would have put up for one.
Two
Because
for
they
one.
traded for Rashawn Gary. They traded for Rashawn Gary. They guaranteed his contract after he had no more guaranteed money left. Was why every time I bring him up, I say Rashawn Gary beat the fuck out somebody for Jerry Jones right now. Like you can't say shit about Jared to Gary right now, man. Cause he just secured the bag for that young man. So
Gary, Gary.
yeah, so you traded for him, you guaranteed his money. He has a connection to multiple coaches on the coaching staff already. You just spent a first round pick, not a second like Easy E or a third. You spent a first round pick on Malachi Lawrence. In their minds, they got more than enough. Do I agree with them? Fuck no. But in their minds, they gave a God honest good try because they like Rashawn Gary and they love Malachi Lawrence, and I use those words specifically for that reason.
Do you think, follow up, do you think they have an Amari Cooper like move for that edge room should the shit not look good the first roughly half of the season?
Do they
I,
have it in them? It
I
who's
think that it
who's
depends on
selling?
how the season play out. Like so,
Yeah,
it was almost like last year
With
we
Quentin?
was heavy on Max Crosby because also at that time the Raiders was losing, and
True.
so we was looking at tanking teams, and so it would probably be the same where we'll be on tank alert, right? Looking at tankathon, teams that's just 0-4, 1-4, 1-5, 1-6, 2-7, headed up into the trade deadline. And that's matter of fact, it wouldn't be 2-7. It'd be more so like it'd be about 6 games, 6, 7 games at the
It's
most. Eight.
also going to be dependent on how well we're playing too, because the best case scenario for the Dallas Cowboys is our pass rush sucks, but we're still winning games. Because there's also the chance, knowing that we don't have but one first round pick, and we already traded a first round pick for this upcoming draft for Quentin Williams. There's also the possibility that they don't break the glass and they keep their little assets. Like, this shit is over. Like,
Right.
you
Yeah.
might be bad enough. You might be bad enough. Listen. If they too bad. Like, this is a very good quarterback class coming up. I'm not gonna say that too loud. I'm not gonna say that too loud, but this is a very good. This is a very good quarterback class coming up in 2027.
And
And
you know
if
what I
you're
like
ass
about
this
quarterback?
shit,
You know what I like about quarterback classes though?
what's
With that,
that?
is that it pushes down a lot of talent.
It pushes down a lot of talent. But this is also
They
the
start
case I
reaching
want
for
to
them
make
first.
though. You are going to get to the point very, very shortly. You got to get back to the contract table with Dak Prescott with no leverage yet again. You ain't
We
got
got too
nobody on.
many.
You
We
got
got a lot of
listen.
contracts.
Yeah, you listen. You are gonna be going to the negotiation table with Dak Prescott and Ty France yet again with absolutely no leverage. Joe Milton, wet fart. That shit did not work and is not going to work. He may not make the goddamn team. I'm being honest with you. Joe Milton may not make the team. So so what do you have to threaten Dak Prescott with this time around? And he'll be older. And I still don't think he's gonna give you a discount. Why should he? So what if you're Jerry Jones and your aging superstar quarterback is finna take your ass to the ringer again? You ain't never won a contract negotiation with this nigga. You ain't got no leverage, and you're a bad team too. And they mind, what am I paying? Listen, if you're bad enough to get a quarterback or bad enough to have a high draft pick, let's say we are getting our ass whooped. 'Cause, I'm going through the reason why they wouldn't trade for edge. Like, dog, like, I could get my future. Like, if I got a top 5 pick, I'm getting a quarterback if I'm Jerry Jones.
Um, we done struck out so many times trying to do that game.
I swear.
I swear we done. Cause like I don't even see what's the difference between that and what they did with Trey Lance. You know,
Facts.
cause Trey Lance was a
Former third overall pick, right?
Third
Yeah.
overall pick. Yeah.
and nobody had it better than Trey. Like you not only traded for a fourth for Trey, you let him super slow cook. That boy should have been I ain't gonna say nothing that sound Diddy. I was gonna say he should have been the best cook tasting meat, but that didn't sound right.
Yeah, I'm glad you kept that one.
I'm so glad. Yeah, because I was trying to keep it with that meat metaphor, you know what I'm saying? Slow cook.
Mm.
But nah,
Yeah,
stay away from that one.
Diddy,
Yeah.
no Diddy. Diddy,
Slow-
no Diddy.
Man.
Like
But the
swiping
way
those
that they slow
swipers.
cook, the way they slow cook Trey, and then Dak just still smoked his ass. Smoked the hell out of him, dog.
Best season of his career.
not even close.
And I also honestly do feel like Dak will be team friendly around this time. I swear I do. I think, and the reason why I say that, Henny, I looked at a lot of previous quarterbacks that made it to their fourth contract. Usually, by the fourth contract, they're not busting
Oh.
everybody upside the head.
Because they're trying to win. This is it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
if they're trying to get that.
Yeah,
body.
you made your statement. Contract 2, contract 3. You got the stroke count of y'all respect me, you value me. You know what I mean? And now you definitely set for life. You got 2 lotto tickets. So I think Dak is gonna be not only be team friendly, I think he gonna be extremely team friendly.
Still a no trade clause or no?
Hater, you don't
course.
believe that? Hater, you don't believe that? Hater.
No, hell no.
You don't think?
If he, I bet if he leave here, I bet
Because
if he
Drew
leave
Brees
here.
did, bro. Drew Brees. That's somebody.
Yeah.
who
They
team friendly on this
listen.
fourth
Them
contract.
folks be doing
Ben
that. For
was.
They do that for competent front offices, man. That nigga ain't gonna do that shit for Jerry. Like, save you money for what? So you can buy another yacht? Fuck you, nigga.
Oh
Like,
man.
Yeah.
man, you get the fuck out my face. Talk about save some money. Listen,
That's a real argument. For real.
listen. Dak Prescott. There were niggas in my town making more money a year than Dak Prescott on his rookie year.
It
Sad,
was.
Okay,
It's
there were
sad but
people
true.
around me, people
yeah.
in my family were making more money
Did that.
than Dak Prescott on his rookie deal.
Yeah.
It was a two. It was a. It was like a 4 year, $2 million deal or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like 500 bands a year, dog. Like that's a corporate America job. Like you a big guy in fintech and shit. You make that money, and you still were the cheapest team in free agency while Dak Prescott was on his rookie deal. You didn't go out there and load up the defense. You ain't go out there and load them up with weapons. You ain't go out there and do none of that shit.
That's true. It's
None of
true.
that shit.
All
None
that
of
shit.
it. So why would he? So why would I? Why would I try and save you money when you ain't do shit when I was on a rookie deal? Even with Tony Romo's contract, I went to crush the numbers on Tony's dead money for those 2 years. You were still only paying about $15 million APY for the quarterback position.
The reason why I think they'll do it this time, because I don't think Dak want to go through what he's always had to go through every contract, and that's with it being drawn out and a distraction all the way to the very end.
He older, he a daddy now.
Yeah, they're gonna use a family this time. Like all that shit that's happening right now, like with the girl and all that. They gonna,
Oh yeah, he don't want to go through none of
no,
that.
Oh,
don't do that, man.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
then the TMZ gonna be coming out with the extra pictures or what.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it's
blah,
fine because Todd France, listen, y'all keep ignoring me every time I say it, maybe because you don't want to hear this shit. Todd France said they were okay with leaving this last time. He said the shit on his podcast in front of the world and said they were fine with leaving if they played that game. So let them. Let them play the
I bet.
game.
I bet if he leave wherever team he go to, he gonna take a team friendly deal. I guarantee you, he will.
Yeah, and that's fine, but he won't take it for them. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
your girl is your girl. Your wife will cook for you, Lou. Your wife won't cook for me. Dak Prescott will take a team friendly deal
that's a
with
bad example.
with a better team.
Some examples you don't do, bro. Some examples.
I'm just saying, like your woman is your woman. Your woman gonna do for you. Same thing over here. You know
We
what I'm
use
saying?
we use your woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't use my woman. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Use your
my woman's crazy.
man.
God damn, dog.
No,
Got a gangster,
no,
dog.
no, 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 no.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I
I'm
mean, I
just
know we in
saying.
the liquor store and all, but God,
But
I'm
did you
just
drink it?
saying. You do not get the same results from everybody. Like Jared Jones already done put this man through hell.
You ain't
He
lying.
already done did everything bad he could do to Dak Prescott at this point.
and on that note,
I mean, would he take the deal? Like maybe, like, in the good. Here's the dream. Hopefully, here's the dream. He takes
I
less.
had a dream.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just put it out there. Here's the dream that him and Dak come to understanding. He takes less. You know what I'm saying? Still giving that no trade clause, and then Dak agrees to like actually nurture his replacement.
I'm gonna say this. It's something I've been marinating on, and I had a great conversation in the chat. Shout out to Wee Woo Cowboy, but just talking about the Cowboys and Boss. If you remember back to draft night, first night, and we hopped on the show with Jay Tuck and everything.
Yeah.
At that time, the topic of conversation was just talking about the Cowboys and contracts, and I made the statement that the Cowboys love accepting late fees, right? And honestly and truthfully, if you look, because y'all did a wonderful job of painting a picture of how what it was and how things fell apart over the last 10 years, right? What went wrong? What the squad didn't have, right? So with that being said, and knowing the fact that we've let a lot of these contracts, you know what I'm saying, just get too far down the road instead of being proactive, we're reactive. Do you think that they may start to sense that urgency, knowing your franchise quarterback's contract is expiring, and knowing you got some other contracts that are going to be coming up? Do you think the Cowboys go ahead and say maybe, hey, Cooper Beebe, let's go ahead and get to the table. Let's get you done early. Hey,
But
maybe
see, this
next
the thing.
offseason, Tyler Booker, let's go ahead and get you knocked out early. And
They
then
ain't gonna
But
fight
they
for
after
that
that,
do.
money.
But listen, this the thing. They do that with those kind of players. There was no
Yeah,
hubbub. Tyler Smith ain't have to fight for his money. They paid Tyler Smith. You know what I mean? They didn't have to. They didn't have to fight Trayvon Diggs and to pay Trayvon Diggs. They got it done. They got it done with the run blend. It's the superstars, that they don't pay. And I'm not saying that Tyler Smith ain't amazing, but he a fucking offensive lineman. They don't treat offensive linemen right. They gonna pay
yeah.
him, but they ain't gonna be no long drawn out conversation with an offensive lineman unless
so
you're
you
like
think
Trent
CD
Williams
has
some
the
shit,
issue? So CD
huh?
has the issue for contract two. I mean contract
Of,
three rather.
of course.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep.
Nope.
It's on brand. Dak Prescott, CD Lamb. If down the line, if Caleb Downs wants record setting money like what Derwin James got, it's gonna be a fight. They gonna say, listen, when it's time to pay Caleb Downs, they're gonna tell you, boy, you a slot corner. Here's $15 million.
Damn. After everything he would have done did.
After everything you would have been done did, boy, you was a slot corner. Yeah, y'all about y'all like 15 to $18 million. We like you, so we gonna give you 19 a year. Here you go, boy. Here you go, boy.
See, that's the part that just it chaps my ass, man, because we'll have the talent and you reward the lesser of the two. You got a head coach that's talking about competition every day, but I'm gonna pay my mediocre players before I pay my star players. Like that's not how it works. When you see the display, a lot of times when you're talking about filling spaces and whatnot, people use the diagram of having a bowl, having a jar, and you fill it with the big rocks first. Then you come in with the smaller rocks. Then you fill it in with the sand. You don't start with sand first and then try and put your big blocks in after the fact. It don't work like that. You take the smaller things and fit them into the gaps and spaces that are left by the big boulders, by your big rocks, as in your superstars. That's the way that traditionally it should work. But in Dallas, everything is ass backwards. Like, truth be told, I really wish, because this is like talking to my boy T today. I had a great analogy. Looking at your Dallas Cowboys, right? It reminds me of a restaurant establishment. And anybody who's ever worked in restaurants, you got two parts of the restaurant. You got front of the house and back of the house. Front of the house is your servers and everything, right? And back of the house is your kitchen staff. I feel like we need to relinquish the back of the half to somebody outside, because front of the house you do wonderful, as far as the stadium and customer service and giving fans a world-class experience when they come to the Star and go to AT&T Stadium. And we bring players in here that are superstars that fans want to see. We're great on the front of the house aspect, but the back of the house, when it comes to actually serving up gourmet food, it's ass. It's ass. It's You give me a great, wonderful experience at this fine dining establishment to serve me bullshit. And quite frankly, we getting sick and tired of it.
Yep. And to answer my boy point on here, because I made the joke, they're gonna try and tell him he a slot corner. He asked, "What safety's making?" Shit, a safety just got over $25 million APY,
Yes, sir.
and Caleb Downs is not gonna be eligible for a contract extension for another 3 years. Really four. He got to play 3 years, and then after his third year, he'll be eligible for an extension. So just imagine what it is by then. It'll probably be in the 30s. He'll be a $30 million a year player by then, and the bullshit will start. And then fans are going to actually care about the podcast, even if he don't say anything egregious on there. Why are you not focusing on football? Especially
It's
we,
always
especially
it's
if we're
always
not
gonna
winning.
be something. It's always gonna be something.
Yeah, I
Always.
mean, and listen, I don't know if y'all play video games or not, but I played that new God of War a while back,
Hmm.
and they went and seen like the North Face or whatever, and they went and talked to them hoes. It's like, hey man, we don't really know the future. It's just like all you niggas is so predictable. It's like we know the future. The Dallas Cowboys is just that predictable. They that predictable. I can
That's
see
why
the
we need
future.
a bar rescue. In essence, that's what I was summing it. We need a bar rescue. Like, turn that shit over the wheel or give it up to somebody outside, because you do great on the front end, but the back end, you just truth be told, this organization is really two luck ups away from being the goddamn Cleveland Browns.
Yep. Got lucky with Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. When
That
you got
part.
two franchise quarterbacks, when you shouldn't have been able to get them. Like Dak
Hmm.
Prescott had no business being a fourth round pick, but you fucked around and found him. And then Tony Romo, I'm not sure who. And listen, this is why people be saying that niggas can't draft, because how the fuck Tony Romo was undrafted?
Did you hear what OC Omenure said on RJ Cho's
He said Tony Romo was the best quarterback he ever played
he
against.
best, and he said, "Yeah, we did play Tom Brady, but Tony Romo was the most frustrating to play against." And that's coming from a goddamn giant. The same giant who, if I'm not mistaken, saw Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Am I correct?
Mhm.
Yep.
But people love this shit on Romo. They love this shit on Dak. They love to say they aren't this, they aren't that. They want to rank them as the worst quarterback in the NFC. Want to rank them outside of the top 10 as far as quarterbacks in the NFL. But you got other NFL players who played on the opposite side of the ball from them saying that this individual is one of the best that I've ever seen playing the game at that position. For real?
Yep. Yo, and I still got shit. Because again, I know we went off task. Because June 1st means more than just the George Pickens swatch. And we'll
Yeah,
talk about that shortly.
Yes,
right.
all right. Yeah, good going.
Ooh,
But
that's
other people, time is a coming. You know, they day of reckoning is upon them. And according to a lot of reports, these are four names that are possible cap casualties come June 1st. Dallas Cowboys own Tony Pollard, Alvin Kamara, Patrick Queen, and then defensive tackle TJ Slayton. Now, I'm not going to give you the option of Alvin Kamara because everybody will say Alvin Kamara. But we already know everybody on this panel want Alvin Kamara.
I'm still taking 3 out of 4, Henny.
You're taking 3 out of 4 of them?
I'm taking 3 out of 4. I don't care if it's Pollard, Patrick, and TJ or Alvin, Patrick, and TJ. I'm taking 3 out of the 4. Dead ass.
Man.
And that's going to help you in 3 separate rooms that could really use the veteran experience. Because that's when you look at our team, and I'm talking about coaches on down, we real wet behind the ears in a lot of positions. You lack a lot of experience. You lack a lot of leadership in a lot of these rooms throughout the team. It's the simple things like that, the small things like that, that sets certain teams apart from others. You know, when you've never been somewhere before, you don't have the roadmap and you just going as you know. It could be real difficult versus somebody who may have, sniffed it, been there before, don't have their virgin status or whatever. They done hit it a time or two. They can tell you a thing or two about maybe how to put a Jimmy on. You know what I'm saying? Or how to put a hat on. You know what I'm saying? You can use that both ways, football or the other way. But that experience is so crucial. And truth be told, we've been saying it. You've heard all of us say it till we blue in the face.
I
You need
agree
another.
with you.
You need another running back. Period.
Yeah, if we get Pollard, man, if I can't have Kamara, I feel so much better about this team. I would, that'd be because everybody who want Lightning, I mean, that's the Lightning I would take. I'm not gonna lie. He's a lot more complete, and he's a vet. Queen, I'll take Queen, but I don't view linebackers as a big need anymore. I really
I'm not
don't.
gonna lie, I don't even want Queen.
Yeah, like I don't. But you know what I'm saying. But Pollard, man, Pollard would do wonders right now, and what he can serve, especially with a limited role, and possibly he could be that big brother to Blue. You know what I'm saying? Like they the same, or supposed to be the same, similar
Kind of bad.
archetype. You know what I'm saying?
Tony,
But
I think Tony Pollard a bit is bigger, right? Is Tony Pollard not like
yeah,
215 or
he,
some shit like that?
yeah, he's solid. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Pollard is
definitely bigger.
sneaky big, real talk.
Yeah, he is. For
Alvin
real.
Kamara is sneakily big. I
True,
was tripping. Alvin
bro.
Kamara is
Yeah.
215 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like he can come over here and be a power back. Like people don't really understand. He just faster than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's the part that fools you.
yeah, like they like people was calling him boom and zoom, but like bro, like no, Kamara he can shake you out his shoes and he can run through you in terms of your arm. Yeah,
Hey, boss, like I'm gonna give y'all the leeway. If you could add two, I'm gonna level it down to two then. Boss, which two of these players are you taking?
Oh, Kamara. It's
You
easy.
gotta give me one more. Cause I knew all y'all niggas gonna say Kamara. That's why I made it.
I'll take both of them. I'll
Yeah.
take both of them running backs.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. I'll take both the backs.
Really?
We just have a March part of competition, bro.
would.
Break the pool stick.
I mean, why keep trying to make Blue Pollard when we already can get him?
That is fair though, cause a lot of niggas did say that he was Tony Pollard. Did they not?
Yeah, and he ain't no Pollard.
Do y'all not think that we should look at potentially trying to gain? Because I keep hearing 27. 27 is a real nice draft, right? I keep hearing that.
It's amazing.
But
On
at the
paper, it's
same time-
amazing.
At the same time, we don't have the picks in that draft, right?
No,
We,
we're
ju-
not gonna
we
have-
on- we
we're not
only
gonna-
have 3 picks that matter. We got a first round pick, a second round pick, and a third. We don't have a fourth or fifth. We got 2 6, and we don't even have a 7th round pick.
I think we need, I think at some point in time this season we need to put a few guys on the auction block. Truth be told,
Who are you?
especially if you get a move or two like what you got posted up here. Oh, guess what? Blue, bye. I'm
But
trying.
see, but this the thing. In order to get draft picks, you got to have shit that people want.
It's true. True.
Like you have been naming Blue. Nobody fucking wants Blue.
So
What you gonna get for Blue? A 7th round pick? That it don't matter.
You probably gonna get that.
Yeah, like you ain't gonna get shit for Blue. You ain't gonna get shit for some of these players we speaking on. Cause think about it, we got, and I know that Rashawn Gary is not this sack artist that we wanted, but we got a veteran Pro Bowl pass rusher for a 4th, right? A 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you actually think you can get for a backup running back with that averages under 4 yards a carry and has under 200 rushing yards for his career? What could you get for that nigga?
Nothing, because
The fuck out of their face.
yeah, because then Jacksonville trade what's his name, Tank Bigsby, and he was like sharing carries, and they only traded him for like what, a 7 to the Eagles or something like that, 6 or 7.
Boy, we would have loved to get Minka Fitzpatrick, multi-time All-Pro, still had juice. That nigga went for a 7th round pick.
Man, well, I'm still mad about that too. To be honest with you. Yeah.
It worked out because of who we ended up getting, but I would have loved to get Minka.
I would have loved him a lot more than we got right now. I'm telling you right now. Well, not meaning Caleb. I'm talking about like if we had him instead of, see, people gonna hate me, instead of Jalen Thompson, I'd be a lot more happy. I'm telling you that right now. We'll be a lot more dangerous.
I mean, people can't be mad at you because Minka Fitzpatrick is a better player. I don't know why people would be mad at that. Like he is better, but I like Jalen Thompson, but Minka's better.
Yeah, we watched the film, bro. Like Jalen had obvious warts. You know what I'm saying? Especially in coverage. Minka was 10 times better than him at his older age. At coverage. Like, you know what I'm
Jalen
saying?
is definitely a box safety.
Yeah.
He's a better Donovan Wilson. Like I'm not going to keep him in coverage too much, but I trust him to tackle. I trust him in a short area, and he a veteran presence. I can say positive things about Jalen, but Minka much better. Minka is much better.
Somebody said you would have to trade Steele.
Yeah, I think that was a D shirt.
That's a good one, D. That's a good one.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
It's gonna listen. I don't want to trade Steele and then turn around and use my first round pick on the offensive lineman. Because that's exactly what the fuck they'll do. It's like hustling backwards at that point, man. Like you get rid of Steele just so you can, like, nah. Like Nate Thomas got to save me from this nigga.
Yeah, that's why you'll do it. I think we loaded it. We loaded that tackle. I really do. I think this is the transition year. You know what I'm saying? I think we can trade Steele the moment we feel good about Guyton. If Guyton hits, I think that's when you can trade Steele. Just being honest with you.
But who plays Steele position?
Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh, Nate. Okay.
Yeah, Nate. And then you still got the fourth round rookie. Who, he gonna take some time. To be honest with you.
What about your boy Cornell? What you think Cornell is gonna do this year? This year, Lou.
I need to see how he look in camp. I told him what he need to work on. Hopefully, he's been working on it. I need to see it in camp. He likes Steel. All these linemen, but they got all the same awards. You're gonna have to run the ball. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You gonna have to run the ball.
I think they want to. I just need them. I just need them to have running backs. I don't think they have an issue in. I don't think Shotty has an issue in wanting to run the football. I just think the Dallas Cowboys haven't given a nigga a lot to work with.
So you know what, Henny? That the since you just said that, right? Because I gave my answer. I would take all of them. I would take 3. But if I only could take 2, for me it would be the running backs, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because selecting those running backs, right? You gave an answer earlier. I forgot what player it was in regards to, but I think we were talking about cornerback, and you were saying you believe I forgot which corner you said was going to start, but you said you believe that because of politics, right?
Yeah, I
believe
said that Rebel will start because of politics.
That's right. That's right. So I believe if we were to bring Alvin Kamara and Tony Pollard in here, and we would have a 3-headed monster with them two and Javante, that would force the Dallas Cowboys to run the football because you have allocated resources there, and we know in Dallas, wherever they put their money, that's where their mouth is. So
Yeah, but this is the only pushback I have to that because that sounds amazing.
Mouth to be in the running back room, we got to put the money there. Granted, it still ain't the money in the receiver room.
That's my point. Or the quarterback room.
Or the quarterback room.
Because you got a $60 million quarterback, you got the second highest paid wide receiver, and you got George Pickens, making $27 million fully guaranteed this year because you a jackass and put a franchise tag on the nigga. But outside of that, I'm just saying, like, you got a lot of resources allocated to throwing the football around. And then if you just talk about throwing the ball, Jake Ferguson is a top 10 paid tight end. So you got a highly paid tight end, 2 highly paid wide receivers, a highly paid quarterback. Like, it's gonna be philosophy on if we run the ball. It's never going to amount numerically, to that being where the resources is at. It's never going to be that. And we run the ball, it's going to be because Shotty wants to run the ball, and that's the makeup of this team. That's what he believes in. That's the only way that we run the football, because you cannot beat those numbers over there when it comes to throwing the ball around.
Damn, Trip Aces. I think I get what you're saying. Trip Aces commented and said greatest stars on turf. And I think that's a spinoff of the greatest show on turf. Like the Rams were that year when they had Isaac Bruce and
Torrey Holt.
I think that's pretty much what we got.
But they also had Marshall Falk though.
They did have Marshall Falk, nigga. People leave that out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Marshall Falk was dope, and he could catch out the backfield, Lou.
So would.
On purpose.
And
they had a dope
like
old
that
line too. They had a Hall of Fame left tackle too.
Sure did.
Shit like that is why I get upset when people be trying to criticize Dak Prescott. Like, these niggas play with a team full of Hall of Famers and win championships, but Dak's supposed to win with Ryan Flournoy, nigga. Now, you got more than you got too much help. Like, man, I don't want to hear that shit.
But that in itself is a compliment. Because you're saying he's good enough to be able to make that work. True, it's a backhanded compliment, but it's still one nonetheless.
You know the worst thing about the June. I'm sorry.
You good? Go ahead, dog.
The worst thing about the June 1st list that you put up is that we don't have the demand from the fans to improve. We don't.
They think they ready.
That's the only problem with opportunities like right now. See, because if people really looking at us, honestly, we have all taken our list down. We don't went from Max Crosby's to Myles Garrett's. Right. We now heard like we'll take old Bosa.
I said Von Miller, nigga.
Von Miller. We'll take Chubb And we still have a lot of people out here like, no, we don't need nothing else. We go get
We
50
good, nigga.
sacks.
Bro, got us
This
looking
is
at thoughts, dog. That halfback over there, shit.
There's people
yeah.
who think. I saw somebody say that Ezra Rocco and Lawrence can be something what they had in Denver with Nick Bonito.
It
I'm
took
like,
time, dog.
That took
it
3 years.
did. It took
It took
3
3
years to do.
years.
Yeah,
His
which is
first year, Nick Benito had 1.5. The second year, he had 6. Year 3 is when he jumped out, and that's when he also had BT Jordan in year 3. And people
Yeah.
they leave that out,
and they blitz.
and they blitz. So it's one of those things to where, you know, if the fans was loud like they was on wide receiver 2, we would get one of them running backs easily, or a dope ass running back up in here.
Damn.
We would, but we likely not, because it's just not enough noise, and it's show not enough noise at edge. It's definitely not enough. It's a lot of people that think, and I hope they right too. I also want to say that I hope they right. I hope we do have 40 to 50 sacks. You know what I'm saying? From this
That
group,
helped.
I would hope. History doesn't say that's gonna happen though. It doesn't say it when you look at the if you really break down everybody, right? And you say, what do I expect each one of these guys to do and add it up? Because if people saying they expecting double-digit sacks from the interior, that's likely not gonna happen. Quentin Williams only had 1.5 last year.
Yeah.
And I'm not
It's been like
I'm not
3
saying about
years since he had double-digit sacks. It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm. That's why, like, I don't like Lou. All the D tackles can do, and I'm like, bro, you don't pay D tackles to get sacks. Like, I just don't pay safeties to cover. I want them to cover, but your best cover guys are your corners. You'll never pay a safety to do what Reeves can do. You'll never do that.
Yeah. It's
They get spoiled with Chris Jones and Aaron Donalds and shit, and they don't realize those are the outliers. Like most defensive tackles don't get sacks.
right. So it's not enough noise. Likely everything that we saying is gonna really get realistic at the trade deadline, and also depending on how we playing.
And honestly,
So if we're talking
I
about
don't
it,
trust that. I don't trust that either, because like this is gonna be different than Quentin and then trading for Amari Cooper, because we're dealing with edge. It's like it's a higher, like, you know, more value
yeah,
position. It's
it's
gonna
a high
cost more.
value position. It's gonna cost more, right?
It's gonna cost more. Like, okay, Dexter just went for one first. Well, what's the edge equivalent of somebody on Dexter's level? You know what I'm saying?
Shit. And listen, even if you trade for one, like the Eagles turned around and traded for their edge, and they had to get that nigga $30 million a year.
Exactly.
It's not going to be cheap.
It's not gonna be cheap.
Nope.
So that's why I won't be pessimistic. I'm being realistic. I just don't see them. I'll be very surprised if they did it.
You're going to have to. I'm not even hoping to get sacks anymore. I'm just hoping we can be like the Patriots. But the Patriots had the same amount of sacks as we did last year. They were just a solid team. They forced turnovers. They were stout against the run. They didn't allow a lot of explosives. Like they were just an overall good defense without getting sacks.
Yeah.
You know what the Patriots got though? You know what the Patriots got?
Corners.
Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That boy's so
dog. Yeah, that boy locked up there saying in the Super Bowl.
Like, listen.
Like, want to talk about that? Yeah.
Land was sad. That nigga talked to me before that particular draft. That nigga was upset we couldn't get Christian Gonzalez. That was his nigga. That nigga was hurt.
He was right. He was right. Christian Gonzalez was day one.
Day one.
Like, immediate. You know
immediate.
And you know how? And do you know what really stamped it? We played them his rookie year, and Dak did not test him. And Dak did not attack them vertically until Christian Gonzalez got hurt and had to lead the game. The very first game after Christian Gonzalez got hurt, he threw a touchdown to CeeDee Lamb. He did not attack them niggas vertically until Christian Gonzalez left the game.
When did Christian Gonzalez get picked?
He got drafted in 2022.
But what pick?
2023, I'm sorry. Let me go look.
Because I was landlord mad at it.
I think we.
Uh-oh.
He just liked
I'm bad.
Uh-oh.
See that.
The Spurs damn near down by 20 in the third. That's why.
Oh damn.
What's the
Oh damn. I
series
forgot the
right
game
now?
on.
What's the
Two
series?
two.
Series is tied 2-2 and the Thunder up
2-2.
76. Thunder up 76 to the Spurs 58 with 9:44 left in the third.
Damn, I forgot I was here still at work. I
Yeah.
forgot to
It's
watch the
looking a
game.
little rough for Wimby right now.
Oh, you seem too happy, man. I don't like that. Why you happy?
Who me?
No, because I rock with Tech. I'm still a Texas boy. I hate the Spurs. Oh, I see why. You got that Lakers shit.
A hater through and through. I admire it, man.
I said, hold on, L.
What up?
Are you a Yankees fan?
Huh?
Are you a Yankees fan?
Hell no.
Okay.
You a Braves fan?
All right. Because see, I'm gonna tell you the last
Matter of
person.
fact, I got two baseball teams. The only local teams I rock with is UGA and I hate the Falcons, Lord God. Them and the Braves. But
Okay, I was gonna say.
I also like the Boston Red Sox because they
Okay.
are the nemesis to the Yankees. I hate the Yankees.
Okay.
They are?
I
For
know a
real?
lot of people like Yankees, Lakers, Cowboys. I don't complete that trio.
Okay. I was just because I was value. I don't trust
I
anybody that's a
mean,
Yankee fan, Lakers fan, and Cowboys fan. I don't trust you.
I don't even watch baseball to be a Yankees fan, nigga.
The
But I'm
first,
just saying, like,
first
cause see
post,
that those are like your most popular teams. That tells me a lot
Right.
about you.
the first
I
postman,
am a Cowboy and a Mavericks fan,
the
and an
first,
Arkansas Razorback fan. That is it.
no,
You did.
first
throw one more
poster
baseball
in
team
my
in.
room was
Alright.
Magic Johnson,
Throw one more baseball team in there, boss. Dodgers.
and I was
They
never a
also popular.
Bulls fan either, boss. Never a Bulls fan.
Dodgers are popular too.
They are.
Yeah, like real popular. The Dodgers, yeah.
Okay.
Boy, who changing the oil?
But you was talking about that Pickens too.
Man, yeah, like this gonna be the official time where we can say it's a holdout. It's technically a holdout now, but like I was saying, you
Would it be
can't confuse it no more. Like
Yeah.
you can try and explain it away any other time until up to June 1st. Because once niggas start missing money, that shit real. It's real. You don't put your money where your mouth at.
Hold out or hold in.
But and I want to ask y'all a question because I'm gonna answer your question. I think that he holds out because David already tried to hold in Micah. He didn't get the result he wanted. I think Micah would have preferred to be here, and he had to force his way out to get the contract. So I think he stays away. My issue is this. I want to ask y'all this shit. Why did this nigga sign the fucking tag?
Why
He
did
wouldn't because listen, he would not have had to worry about fines or anything like that. He could have just chilled.
Okay, see, that's what I was confused about. So, since he signed the tag, now he is susceptible to the fines, and they
Correct.
aren't refundable. Correct?
Yeah, and he's susceptible to the fines, and they're not forgivable because he's no longer on a rookie deal. All he had to do,
God,
all he had to do was not sign the motherfucker, and then it wouldn't have been nothing. Like you can't fine me or nothing. I don't work for you niggas.
what the
Ain't,
fuck
ain't no.
doing?
But I'm gonna
I mean,
give you.
this-
I'm gonna give you my theory, and then I'm gonna ask y'all what you think about this shit. I think he signed it and attempted to get his trade, but I just think because of the timing that it fell through. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas went through the draft process. Like they were horny to
Because
draft
remember,
niggas.
they said he had signed, then he didn't sign, then he did sign, then he didn't sign, then he did sign. So I think what you said, it might be some truth to that, Henny, bro. Because
I think it's the medical.
ain't clean,
I think it's the
bro.
medical guarantees.
Medical guarantees, you believe?
Yeah,
Mm.
that's what I think. Because remember we was talking about this a long time ago, and we was talking about if we put him on a non-exclusive, he would sign it. because we was talking about Williams signed his early. Remember they did a non-exclusive tag, and we was looking at all the people that David Mulligetta represented that was on non-exclusive. And Williams, I forgot his name, but he was with Seattle, the defensive tackle. What's his name? I know Williams' last name. I forgot the first name.
No, so the L.
Leonard Williams.
Leonard Williams.
Yeah.
So
Play for
Leonard
Seattle.
Williams, Leonard Williams was on a non-exclusive tag represented by David Mulligetta.
And he actually
signed
played
it.
on it.
No, he signed it early, and he ended up getting a contract before July 15th. But he signed it early.
Okay. So he
He signed it early, like in
signed
March. Yeah, he signed it early, and that's why I was saying, because me and you, we was having a debate around that time, because you said he not a slave ball.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah, I was just trying to send that nigga anywhere.
Yeah, we was trying to send him everywhere. He was boss. He got rights, and so we was going back and forth on our research, and that's when I figured out. I said, okay, it's a tag you could put him on that he'll sign, and it was a non-exclusive tag, and they end up doing a non-exclusive tag, but he didn't sign it, which was, so it goes back to your question of why. I think it was the medical guarantees, and I also believe, in my honest to God opinion, he was sending a signal that he wanted to be in Dallas. Because if you sign it early, that gives both sides the rights to start shopping you now. You see what I'm saying? Like, because see, Pickens is sending a message at first when he didn't sign it that I don't want to leave. You see what I'm saying? So teams is not going to even be talking to Jerry now. And that's what make it so disingenuous for him to be acting like it ain't no market. It's like he just signed the shit. Like if he would have signed it at the first start of free agency, ain't no telling what could have happened in terms of talks.
Anything could have happened.
Anything could have happened, but he signed it late, and now they saying it wasn't no market.
It started.
Right, it just started when he signed it, because now they gave both sides the right to shop, and that was right around the draft time. So
at that time, everybody was horny for the draft that was deep with them body ass receivers, like you keep talking about, that we gonna end up seeing this year. So it was like, what?
It was the timing. Yeah, the timing was bad. It's like everybody, and Henny warned about that and was dead right. He was like 2 weeks before the draft, everybody finna put all their team resources on the draft, and that's true. You go put all your energy to getting these picks in, and that's what any smart team go do. So do you really have time to be
work?
You put in all that work of researching all these dudes, 600 terms of candidates, all this flying around in your scouts, all these meetings and shit like that, trying to narrow down your board.
You literally wine and dine these niggas. You done went to dinner with these boys. You done talked to these niggas about their families and their dreams and ambitions and everything else. Let's be real. You grow attached to motherfuckers. Like, that's a human element to the shit.
Facts.
Like, I believe in this kid. Like, man, this nigga remind me of my son. I'm fucking because. I'm fucking because. Yeah, this
exactly how I see it.
That's how it be, for real.
Bro, it's just ass backwards when you think about it, because it's like, man, real talk. Like, if you look at Dallas from the outside, right, looking in, you look at an organization, boss. I'm about to use your phrase right now, but you're looking at an organization who put their hoe up and then wonder why they wasn't turning tricks.
He said he put her up and she while she wasn't turning.
And people ain't go get that. It's a lot of people still fall for the banana in the tailpipe. It's no market for Pickens. It's crazy. But then but the main thing I wanted to get back to though is he gonna hold out or hold in, or is he gonna come?
I think he gonna hold out. I think he want to stay. I think all of this is fully on front office. I really do. I think it's front office is not talking. Of course, we already know that. That's literally not doing I think they having second thoughts. I think they trying to get cheap labor out of him by him playing on the tag and everything like that. Because it just makes too much sense. Like you were praising him, and then you put up the hard wall, and then you got all these contracts coming out in the future. You got CD probably coming up next year. Like it seems like you have every right to be dragging your feet, and on the situation right here, and it just makes too much sense. So I think him staying all the way out, not even showing up, he got to do extreme measures to get what he wants.
I think he
Shit, Big Time
holds
said he
in.
pulling up.
I think he holds in.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
because
just gonna
he done screwed himself. Basically, what you telling me, like the fact that now he gonna get penalized and it's gonna hit him in the pocket. Now he probably gonna show up.
I think holding in is even more risky than holding out. I'm just being
It
honest with
is.
you.
It is.
in
So
Dallas
if
it
I,
is.
so I,
Yep.
It's
I would,
oxymoronic.
yeah, I would literally tell, like, if David didn't learn his lesson yet, he would advise him to hold out, like, stay all the way out. Like, why be there? You know, he's just too crazy, man, to be put to the corner by Jerry. I'm just saying it right now. Like, no, do not do that.
Are we
'Cause
giving final words or are we still rocking?
I'm just talking about this Pickett situation because it's getting close, and to me, I don't see.
Is it tomorrow?
If you said we not
June
talking,
1st.
Well,
I'm trying to really think this through. Okay. Because the mandatory is June 1st, or is it June? Is that the mandatory?
I'm about to go to Patrick Page because he had it.
when is our OTAs tomorrow? or no?
Patrick who?
No, see.
No. OTAs start. Oh, okay. OTAs
When is
start
the
on the first for
mandatory?
us.
The
Oh, the
mandatory
first.
though. You
First.
sure it's the first?
First.
Yep.
We
I
start
went
the
ahead-
first.
Well,
Why we start so late?
mandatory. Now I'm saying mandatory, not voluntary.
Yep.
Mandatory.
Mandatory.
Yeah.
I went and
first-
looked.
Is it the first or second, Henny?
Oh, we finna know now.
You report on the first
Yeah,
and start on the second.
I'm going to
The
read
first
you
next week.
because I went to the Dallas Cowboys site because I was talking about it earlier. So I got the screenshot still. So yes, June mandatory OTAs are the 1st and the 2nd, the 8th and the 9th, and then June 11th. Those are the dates for the Dallas Cowboys mandatory OTAs.
Okay.
Mandatory minicamp is the 16th through the 18th. Then the deadline for franchise tag extensions is July the 15th. Training camp in Oxnard to be determined, but it's late July. And you know, I went in and looked. I got this from the Dallas Cowboy website. So I went and
on the
screenshot
Dallas
it.
Cowboys website, I wasn't paying attention. That's my bad. June 1st is mandatory.
June 1st through the 2nd, June 8th through the 9th. Because it's broken up. There's two sets of days, then one day.
What tab
It's
is
the
that
first
on,
and second.
Henny?
Non-exclusive.
Yeah, you have a non-exclusive tag.
Yeah, non-exclusive.
No, I'm saying Henny. What on the Cowboys web page? What tab is that on there?
Oh shit! I just had Googled it. I
Googled
Googled it and I went through there and took it right through there.
Yeah.
Because my question is, how does Pickens draw them to the negotiating table unless he holds out? Because to me, if you show up and you show no resistance, then that means that you're saying, in my opinion, that you're okay with playing on the
I'm
tag.
tired. That's why he does.
You
he
have
needs
to
stay
show
off.
some form of resistance.
Yes, he has to stay out that building.
My
That
thing
would
is
be
this.
best. That would be best.
Hey,
I think it's best for him to be here in 2026, but I don't know. I don't
You think
necessarily
he should
know.
show up?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm asking the question because I agree that it's dangerous as hell to show up, but this is the thing I'm asking because his deadline is different than Michael's. Like they got to make a decision on him before Oxnard even
before
starts.
Oxnard,
Yeah,
right?
so he got to be more extreme than Michael.
he not
So
even
so that's also my point. So what could he possibly do if they are just dead set on you're playing on this tag, nigga? You know, what could he possibly do to change their mind on that?
So it sounds like he needs to. See, they don't care. He gave up his leverage, right? So in their mind, they're like, "Hey, nigga, we already told you what we're gonna pay you for this year. It is what it is. You sign on the dotted line." Boss, I'm trying to think through this like you too, also, right?
I'm thinking on like Jared, because that's the evil motherfucker.
In George Pickens' situation, this particular situation, he needs to show up. And the reason I say he needs to show up is because we learned from Micah. We learned from Micah that there was an agreement on the table already. He signed a napkin deal, whatever. And then he decided he wanted to renege, and then Jerry and Steven got hot. What I don't want for Pickens is the fact that he signed this tag, and now you're going to turn your back and renege and attempt to hold out. I feel like by him holding out, Lou, I trust me, Lou, hear me out when I say this. I feel you when you say it. If it was the traditional situation, similar to Micah, I would say, yeah, do your Thiz Nae. But because it is what it is and it's non-exclusive, and he's got till July 15th, I'm gonna say use these OTA opportunities, step into the building, get into their presence, already have David on speed dial. Hell, tell him to come to OTAs too, and just see if you can poke at him one more time.
It's
You need to be
dangerous.
extreme, man.
So,
I think the only way to get the fans on your side is to hold out. Like, remember when remember what happened when CD wasn't there in the camp? Did anybody show up at camp?
No,
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
your
Like, you
camp
gotta
was
get
a
it.
ghost town.
You
But
if
this
you
is the
want
thing.
ain't
if you want
nobody
to feel
showing
your,
up to OTAs though, dog.
But he was
what I'm
just saying in
saying,
terms of the demand,
I
and
know
I'm
he
you gotta
I,
hurt
would.
their
and I
pockets.
don't really think that will work, Lou.
That's what I'm saying. Because of the time frame, I don't think that'll work.
Yeah, because
If it was the same situation, OTAs, concern about going into the
training
season, all
camps,
this other
right?
shit,
Yeah,
like it's
the
to the
July
point.
15 kind of fucks him,
It
Yeah,
does.
that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, if they
But then you
are
gotta act
dead,
out.
right? Or
but that's the
what
thing.
about this? What about this? I'm gonna just throw out a whole different plan.
Go
I
ahead.
want y'all to hear me out
Um,
because he already getting pressure from the fans too, especially fans that don't really have empathy that'll say, you know,
It's hard to have
if
empathy
he
for
don't
rich when you're
right.
poor. That's what
Facts.
being
No,
machine.
that's facts. That's
They
facts.
hear $27 billion. They don't give
And
a
they
fuck.
they say shut the fuck up. That's yeah, exactly
Like,
what they
you got rich nigga problems. That's what they telling you. Like, bro, you
yeah,
got
there's
rich
no
nigga
yeah,
problems. I
yeah,
want to get
yeah,
rich.
yeah. You got Rolex
They don't.
problems. I don't yeah. So but I
My
will
lights
say
may get cut off.
right. So but that's the problem though. That's the problem. So if
yeah, that's what I'm
so if
discuss
you to
contract with them.
me, if you show up and you trying to draw them to the table, I think you gotta if you show up, you gotta directly call them out.
Do a
If
press, do the Trayvon Diggs.
no, the cameras go
Call,
come up to you anyway. The
okay,
cameras coming. When
that's
the
what I'm saying. Do the
cameras
Trayvon
come,
Diggs.
somebody go ask you
In
how
a
do you feel
politically
about the
correct
contract.
way,
In a
like
politically correct way,
I want to
you
be a Dallas Cowboy.
right.
I'm willing to sign a deal with the Dallas Cowboys. They're not talking to my representation. The ball
Yeah.
is in their court.
Yep.
Media pressure.
If they talk to David Mulugeta, I would be a Dallas Cowboy for life.
Right.
Agreed. I'm with it.
That's to me the if you
He
because
need Dak to stand with him like Trayvon Diggs did.
yeah,
Facts.
and you gotta have only a couple of reporters that you already they finna serve you the ball the way that you need that ball served, right? So you go to James Slater, you go to Clarence Hill, and you
Yeah,
say,
I go
"Hey,
to Clarence
listen,
Hill.
this is I
Yeah.
need your lead off question. I'm only taking your question and I'm walking off. I'm a clown today at practice. Me and Dad go crazy. We go put up some good highlights, I'm gonna make one of these dope one-handed catches. I'm gonna come right to the cameras and I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna say, hey, I just want to let everybody know that I really want to be a Dallas Cowboy. At this point, the Jerry and Steven are not talking to my representation. There's literally no deal that can be done if there's no talks. I want them to get to the point where they're talking and where we can try to get a deal done. I want to be here long term. And then don't say nothing else if you show up. Because see, it's a lot of fans. No more questions
after that.
No more questions, and don't take no more questions. Because now what you've done is you let it be known publicly. So now people don't get to act stupid. Oh, he cool with playing on the tag. Now I let everybody be known I want a long-term contract. If you show up though, if you show up to me, that's the best way to handle it, and don't say nothing else. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to force them to the table, bro. And somebody say, I feel you, but he still has no leverage. That's just facts. I mean, yeah, he don't really have leverage.
No player has
You
leverage.
don't
Like,
have it, but by speaking to the media, you can kind of generate a little pseudo leverage, if you will, by pulling on the heartstrings of Cowboys fans.
Right.
You can kind of get that leverage back slightly. And I'm gonna say this right now, and it's gonna be hella unpopular. It's gonna be hella unpopular. But if I am George Pickens, as much as CD Lamb is my teammate, my homie, and my brother, I am not listening to CeeDee Lamb at this point because his experience is not George Pickens' experience. So anything that CeeDee Lamb is whispering, texting, talking, saying, whatever to George Pickens right now, if I'm GP, I am not listening to it. I'll hear him, but I am not implementing any of CeeDee Lamb's tactics, period.
But hey, I will say this though. There is no blueprint. Because if you ask Dak and you ask CD Lamb or if you ask Jake Ferguson, those are three different stories of how niggas got paid. Jake like man, I woke up one day, I was rich as fuck. Like I woke up, he was at the foot of my bed with a contract. I'm like, damn, this is a dream. Like, nah, boy, you a cowboy.
Dak said I got that shit on the way to the game, cuz.
He like, man, like Dak was like, yeah, man, my leg was still in the cast. I had just broke my shit playing on the franchise tag, and them niggas was so ass without me. They were forced to double back and give me a contract. And then you ask CD Lamb, like, yeah, nigga, I was in Cabo. Zeke had told me about this spot out there. I had flew my ass out. You get three different stories on niggas getting paid in Dallas, and that's the issue. There's no fucking blueprint. You do all the right things, you still don't get paid. You hold out, you might get paid.
So, and I think
what if you do what if you do the Michael blueprint? The Michael blueprint, what he should have did.
Get traded?
You know, like publicly put online, you want to be traded and actually hold out.
Yeah, that would signal that it's trouble in paradise. It would, and that's what type of stuff that can get their attention, and it can go two ways. Like, cause he could try to force his way out of here, which would be good for him. Like in terms of his long term, it would be good for him.
For us.
Yeah, it would. Like, and then so like Tony said,
especially
you hold
for
out
trade
and talk is depressing. That's giving them every reason not to sign him. Now, when you say that they're not talking, they're leaning on the fans. And listen, that's why you got to say it the right way. You can't just sit up there and say, you like, I want to be here. I want to be in Dallas. I want a long-term contract. If you hold that against me saying I want to be here, well, fuck this organization. Like straight up. Like straight up, if you go hold against me the fact that I said I want to be here long term, but I also want a long term contract, I don't want to play on the tag. It's not good. Y'all talking to somebody that had an ACL injury, okay?
He already lost money in the draft.
I already lost money in the draft by getting hurt, so I know it's possible for that to happen. How can fans not empathize with that?
Yeah, I get it.
Because they choose not to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
And then Tony said he'll pull on the strings and ball and we'll be on his side. No, y'all won't, because you're not on his side now. And he balled. He was already on the prove a year, and you saying go ahead and play on the tag. Y'all go do what y'all always do. You go turn on him. That's what you go do. You go. Y'all go do what y'all always do. You go push for him to be as cheap as possible. You go push for y'all push for him to be go ahead and just play on that.
Yeah, I'm setting him up right now.
Yeah, you setting him up right now.
You setting him right now.
You setting him. You also
just go ball and do it again.
No, that do it again message ain't shit. No, that ain't you. And then you telling me to do it again. Go ahead, Lou. I mean.
You know what I'm saying? Then y'all gonna come up here and launch him. Well, he can do it. He can do it differently and do touchdown now because y'all gonna hold play. Well, why he didn't get 1,400 yards? Y'all was doing the same thing like this year, bro. Y'all been moving the goalposts ever since. Oh, he only balled a couple of years. Well, I showed you the stats. He's been balling every single year with worse quarterback play. Then I compare it to somebody who just got paid in JSN who literally only balled for 1 year as a number one. And he got locked up in the so I don't want to hear that Super Bowl thing. Yeah, they did win, but he didn't do a thing in that Super Bowl. So no, y'all keep moving the goalposts. Y'all gonna move it again the very next year to tag him again. So like I said, and I already put out a tweet on it. Like I think it's wild for what you're doing right now, Tony. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm talking directly to you. The saying that somebody who got 1,400 yards and you tell him to go do it again. You are absolutely wild for telling this man to go do it again after he was at the top of the league in terms of yards. You are absolutely wild. You paid that.
Also, this to speak. You know, I ain't tripping about you having a difference of opinion, Tony. Like everybody is entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah,
I just don't think it's fair. Like if you ask me to play on a 1 year prove it deal, and I prove it.
Yeah,
I just think
thank
it's
you.
I just don't believe it's good politics or good morale to ask me to do it again. That's all. You know
Say
what I'm
that
saying?
again, Henny.
Because you
Say-
that's all I'm saying. Like he already,
you you told him to
played
prove it last year.
played on a 1 year prove it deal. He played on a 1 year prove it deal. And you're asking him to do it again. And while it is the reality, Tony, that he doesn't have a lot of leverage or anything else like that, it also is reality that the Dallas Cowboys are hoes for doing him like that. That's all we're
Yes.
trying to dictate. I'm not
Ex-
saying that it's right. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying. And like and Tony agrees. He's not arguing that. He knows it's not fair. He's just talking about the reality of what it is. Also, we can't hear you, boss. You're speaking and nothing's coming out your microphone.
Hey, before boss get cranking, let me go ahead and say this. People are holding George Pickens to this standard. We want this, we want that. He needs to prove it a little bit more, right? Let me put this. I need to cut my camera back on. Let me go ahead and put this in. Let me go ahead and put this into perspective for y'all, okay? Last year, and before I make my statement, I'm gonna go ahead and preface my statement by saying CeeDee Lamb has had Dak Prescott his entire career.
Correct.
Okay. He's had him his entire career. Now, with the exception of his rookie season, because he ended up with what? Cooper Rush, right?
No, he had Andy Dalton, so he still
Andy
don't
Dalton.
count.
I'm sorry, Andy Dalton.
And
He
Andy
had,
Dalton was supposed to be the best backup in the league that year. So he
with,
still had Andy Dalton is probably still better than what George Pickens had. I'll take Andy Dalton over
this
Mason
is
Rudolph.
true. Because with Andy Dalton, CeeDee Lamb got 935 receiving yards in his rookie year. But we Cowboys Nation, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. Michael Jackson, I know the movie out, all that, whatever. Look at yourself in the mirror. You are a fan base that is okay with paying Amari Cooper top of the market at that time. That's what the market said at that time. Top of the market at that time. And he's never had a single year in his career with the stats that George Pickens had last year.
Oh my God. Man, say that again.
Hold on. Before I say that again, I'm going to say this too. The year George Pickens had last year, CeeDee Lamb has only had those yards 1 year in his career. 1 year. That was 23.
When he went for over 17.
Right. He's only had that one time. George Pickens did it his first year in Dallas with Dak Prescott, and we telling him, God damn it, we need to see more. How that sound? Go ahead, boss.
You paid Devontae off 1 year.
Well, I'll say this, for people like Tony Snow, if you argue at your TV, don't talk back. And just keeping it also real, when you argue at most content creators in the chat, they don't talk back to you either. So you can take it like an insult to when people actually going back and forth with you, or you can take it as what it is, a privilege that people take your concerns so important that we actually address it. Now, we don't agree with it, but we still address it. So it's a privilege to be in a chat where people take you serious enough individually to address you. So to where they stopping the whole show to address you and going back and forth with you. So it's actually a good thing. It's not a bad thing that we don't have the same opinion on this. But I just say this, the fans for the most part, we are definitely turning on Pickens. It's a true about face. We want him to play on a tag, even though we all know, and we've shown multiple times on this channel, Lou has one of the best graphics of all time, showing that the bonus for most contracts is higher than the tag, even old contracts. That's insulting to say be grateful for something that most people get as even just a bonus. That's not even including the total guarantees. So when you're looking at the guarantee and you're looking at this man losing the 30 million in guarantee, I just don't want him being a malcontent, which he could be, bro. And his history says he does that. Like Lou has been warning us over and over that, like you showed a clip where he was blocking and chose not to block, and he said in the public, "I ain't trying to risk getting hurt."
Mhm.
That's what Pickens said. We showed. I'm gonna do a replay of my recap of him from game one. Just how bad it was. Like the only reason people didn't lock in on Pickens is because of CD Lamb's drops.
Because CD had
If
like 1,000 drops. Yeah.
he had like in pivotal drops. If it wouldn't have been for them drops, if anybody would have opened their left eye and just looked at Pickens a little bit, they would have been on his ass. You know, because he was
If we had lost,
tripping.
if we had still lost that game, you know, with the shit that happened, they would have been on his ass. And CD
They would have been on his ass. You know, because he was tripping. It's history that says that Pickens trips. So it's like, and the worst thing that I hate is all that praise that they did. And then you turn around and want to talk to my representation. You said stuff like triple A pluses, ultimate competitor, similar to Michael Irvin. These are the words Jerry said. Overachieved. I asked, what do you do at your job when somebody been saying you have overachieved every mark? Lou said, I asked for a raise.
Bro, I can't wait to
Me
the
too.
end of the year employee evaluation.
Exactly, but I can't wait because I'm speaking from experience, very, very, very close experience. I'm telling you, like, yeah, like because you've been saying I exceeded all the KPIs. Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, you gotta pay me. So
money talk, bullshit. About
That part.
So if he show up and I put it like this, for all of our sake, I'm gonna tell you what all of us need right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. All of us need Pickens to be the type of man who don't know how to count money. If he one of them don't know how to count money, he go show up, he go play on the tag, and he go be happy.
I got a question, boss. Please forgive me for bumping in here.
Hold on. Let me just finish.
Go ahead. Finish up.
Because if he don't know how to count money, then he go play on that tag. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna be happy because it is gonna be way more money than he's ever gotten. If he that type that don't know how to calculate what he potentially risking, that's good for us as fans. But if he the type that understand, oh no, I'm leaving another 40 million on the table by playing on this tag, he gonna be tripping.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, Cowboys Nation, I'm gonna ask you to look yourself in the mirror one more time, and I want you to be real with yourself, and I want you to be real about the facts that are at hand. If George Pickens, whatever his middle name is, Pickens, if he is not on this roster in 2025, is your offense as productive as it was? Is your passing game as productive as it was with Ryan, Flo, whoever the hell he is? Is Javonte, does he hit over 1,000 yards for the first time ever in his career without George Pickens? Answer that question. I want to see the answers in the chat right now. Yes or no? If George Pickens is on, if George Pickens is not on this team in 2025, does your offense have the same production? If the answer is no, damn it, he deserves a contract.
I'm ready to get super messy. Y'all ready?
Would y'all tag CD? Oh, go ahead. I was asking him that.
I was just gonna get messy with you. Me and you getting messy at the same time.
What's up?
Damn.
What you finna say?
We was thinking the same thing.
Damn, D-Shift.
Are we
My
ready?
bad.
Are we ready to have a conversation, Pickens or CD?
No. I seen Dak in 2024 with one wide receiver. It was the worst career as a pro while he was healthy.
I'm seeing it chat right now, y'all.
It was his worst career. It was his worst season as a pro as a healthy player. Like even before he got hurt.
Asking that, let's say if it come down to budget, Like, I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm just saying let's just pretend for a second. Are we prepared to have that discussion from them being on the field? What if Pickens is just better, dog? Do
So
we
you
let
still
the
need
better
him?
receiver go?
So Henny, you said something earlier. I'm about to pair what Henny said earlier with what you just said, boss. Henny, you said if we ain't got nothing that nobody want, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trading with us.
Right.
What if we put CeeDee Lamb
On board.
trading block, sir? You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's real, bro.
I'm not going back to a word with one wide receiver.
I'm not saying we doing that. I'm not saying we doing that, but the thing that I'm saying is it could be. This is a scenario to where Pickens could be better than CD, but yet because CD on the contract, he's safe and shit. And the dude that's the better of the two, we over here like he might get away. I don't think that's
Right.
wise.
That's crazy. GP
That's
made y'all
crazy.
question. GP made y'all question last year, but y'all like, yeah, don't give him a contract. That's why I asked y'all, would y'all tag CD? And everybody saying no, but y'all comfortable tagging Pickett. So what is it? Is this some gang shit? Because he with us and GP wasn't. Like what is it?
Hey, I'm just
My
from
bad,
the
Houston.
I'm
My
just
bad,
from the
Houston.
mindset. I'm of the mindset because y'all remember when I was fighting to get a second wide receiver.
I do.
That's why. Like I watched the film, I seen how they played us. I saw the offense. I saw Dak. You look at his production. You look at his efficiency. It was shit. Like me and landlord were having a conversation. With it did Dak Prescott
It's a
wake up
little.
sorry?
It's a little bit of a different conversation that you having though. A little bit of a different conversation that we having.
But see, I'm not trusting them to replace what they lost.
I'm not either, but we still haven't. No, we still haven't. You right, but I'm you already on step C. I'm on step B. Is what I'm saying.
Like, because I already went through this,
bro. I'm on B.
We already went through this. I already went through this train of thought. Like, if we could only have one,
right?
Because either or CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens, how that affects the offense. Is that someone I want to live with? Will the Dallas Cowboys go through the channels of fixing it? My comfortability with them doing that. I done been down this already, so that's probably why I'm already steadfast.
Yeah. You won't see because you won't see, bro. I'm just talking about beef right now. We can deal with C once we get to C. Let's deal with B. B is this. Okay. Let me ask the chat and everybody and the panel. Who was better last year between Pickens and CeeDee Lamb?
I honestly don't know.
Overall season in totality, it was George Pickens.
Who has the better career thus far?
CeeDee Lamb.
CD.
Okay, so then the tiebreaker could be next year. I'm just going at B. Them both on the field. You see what I'm saying? They on the field together, and we coming out.
What was the second question?
Who had the better career? And I know where you're going to. I see where you're going because if you add in quarterback and degree of difficulty, you can still say Pickens. You could.
Yeah, because they really be.
You
y'all
could.
Y'all be downplaying.
I see where you're going with that too.
One side, I'm leaning over.
Yeah, because see, I would say this, and I will shake your hand in full agreement on what I'm finna say. Ooh. If you put CeeDee Lamb with them quarterbacks in Pittsburgh, I would say CeeDee Lamb is called a bust right now.
I'm not ready to say that. Hold on, listen. I seen him have like 150-yard game with. I seen him have 150-yard game with Cooper Rush, who don't got a job right now.
No,
I think
if I see you play well with bad quarterbacks, I can't say you can't do it because I see.
This is why I think he's right on this because it's about mentality. Like who has a stronger mentality? I think it's GP, man. I think he's got more mental. Man, I've seen CD crash out in a playoff game with Dak. Imagine if he had 5 times worse than that on a day-to-day. Like you wake up, you know what I'm saying? You like
it's getting messy.
You know what
I'm
saying?
And we need to have this discussion, dog.
I got Kenny Pickett throwing me the ball, man. Like my livelihood is on Kenny
Pickett.
You know what I'm saying? Like the people get on GP and him crashing out, but I wouldn't say.
But that's to your point, though. George still crashed out. To your point, George still crashed the fuck out. multiple
but
times.
George crashed
Fight
out,
niggas.
but CD would check out.
He be
But CD would check out. But you know,
So has
CD would check out. No, but George crashed out and still produced. That's what I'm saying. CD would
Sometimes.
check out.
I'm just talking about. I'm talking about over the course of George Pickens' career. Like, there's been plenty of games where he ain't do shit. I'm just talking about over the course of his career. Like, I don't want to speak in hyperbole. There've been plenty of games where George Pickens did not show up.
Yeah, I know he had negative one. But you know
in
why? Because he was sharing targets with a bum. He was sharing targets with a bum.
But that's my point, though. We're just talking about could CD Lamb play with bad quarterback play? He got drafted, playing with Jalen Hurts. That's all I got to say with that. Like, that nigga played with Jalen Hurts, got drafted.
But Jalen Hurts in college
this thing at
he was in college. He was better than what he was.
He played with Cooper. He played with Cooper. Cooper Rush ain't shit. He had plenty of great games with Cooper Rush. He had great years with Andy Dalton. He played well. Like, he didn't play well with bad quarterbacks.
Let's say this, because I went to a hypothetical. I went to a hypothetical that you can't prove. It went into theory. But this is a real discussion.
It is. It's an interesting conversation.
Yeah. Well, we should start.
And I be listen. I'm extra hard on CD Lamb, so I be trying to be fair when I say these things. I be dragging this nigga.
I don't like you fair right now. I like you gangster. To be all the way honest with you, I like gangster Henny.
We need some more liquor out the store.
But Henny, I'm gonna come back to B because I threw it off when I went to the hypothetical.
Okay.
All right. We in game 7, and Pickens is just clearly better than CD Lamb side by side and both healthy. At what point did we start pressuring to sign Pickens as a number 1, even if we had to get rid of CD Lamb? If they talking about, because he said, this is what Steven said, it's hard to pay 2 number 1s. That's what he said.
No shit, Sherlock.
True or false?
So he said it, but this is the thing. You said Tracy Lamb mid-season?
I didn't say that.
I'm asking the question. You said what?
I said having a conversation.
Okay, so we're gonna do it in the off season. So we have time to get another wide receiver, and we're trusting them to get a wide receiver.
I ain't gonna trust shit. I ain't
okay,
gonna
these are the things that
you try to take me to C, dog. I'm trying to say it,
but that
B.
matters.
It does. It does.
If you're going to it for a plan, all the steps got to make sense.
No, it does. But I'm starting with the step of if we are looking at game 8 or to all the way game 17, and we have the same conclusion we had in 2025, which was GP was the better out them two. If we got the same conclusion next year, bro, it's time to ride for GP, dog.
Let me ask this question real quick. Let me
go ahead, and then
I would try to make sure my dog will ride with me, though, bro. Are we gonna ride with GP or not? Or we gonna leave him to go through this tag war alone?
Out of the two, who is the most versatile?
The guy that plays CD Lamb. He can play half. He can play halfback. He can play slide. He can play X. He can play every position out there.
Can he really play halfback? God damn it! Can he really play halfback?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. He played it before. Like, I think he played it in like high school or some shit. Like,
I know we saw him out there, but I mean,
nah, he dope, bro. He dope.
Landlord made a hole
with the ball in his hand.
I remember on the watch parties, I remember us saying, "Man, don't put CD back in that backfield no more." We said that, bro.
No, it was no we. I never said it. They got mad. He got hurt and said it, but he was doing that shit with Mike McCarthy. He's been doing this.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
saying. We said stop it.
We was saying it then.
CD dope big, bro.
I was not.
He
saying
can do it. I wouldn't do it because we got. I mean,
because you got running backs now.
What running backs do we really have though? I mean,
Blue.
Let me pull y'all back. I'm gonna pull y'all back because I see the chat saying we need both of them. We can't play that game. We can't play that game.
But we got to. But this the issue.
Y'all not playing.
Hold on, because I have been team weapon. I am never pro moving backwards in terms of this. This is why I've been fighting to keep George Pickens here. Yep. So like I'm not trying to go through the process of moving either one of these niggas because you technically don't have to. Is the issue I have here. Because it keeps coming back to I much rather have this conversation about how soon we can move Jake and Bland. Because you may not be able to pay everybody, but there's dead weight on here. And then that's the thing. I would much rather push for these niggas on bad contracts, underperforming to get cut before I cut my all-pro, either one of my all-pro wide receivers. Because what the fuck is Jake Ferguson doing here to have a job? For us to have the conversation about moving a under 30 all-pro wide receiver who, even while injured, had over 1,000 yards. Like, I know he didn't have his normal season, and listen, even if we come to the conclusion that George Pickens is better than CD Lamb, niggas look at CD Lamb as a top 5 wide receiver in the league. So if George Pickens is better than CD Lamb, that means he's a top 2 wide receiver or a top 3 wide receiver or some shit. So why would I move a top 5 player at his position and keep a bottom tier tight end, a bottom tier corner, and all this other shit when there's other corners I can cut? So I understand your point of like, hey, if we play by the Jones rule and act like the stars are the one that got to get cut in order for all this gangster shit to happen, I understand your train of thought then, but knowing that there's other niggas that can get shot first we can run their pocket for the bread. Like, that's the stuff that keeps people from jumping out there like that. Like,
and you're right. You didn't say one thing wrong. You 100% right.
But he's saying this in a scenario, like the hypothetical, because it's kind of realistic.
It is a hypothetical, but
I mean, they moving. Like
we got to
right
prepare for exactly.
It's hard. It's hard
like
for me because I already went through the training. It's like I said, I already crunched it.
I know you crunched it, but we also sitting with a dude who literally saying, for budget purposes, that we can only likely keep one.
List the reason why he said it. He said because we didn't know him enough. What was the reasons why he said
he also said we didn't know him?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they be talking crazy. But yeah,
but
I understand. Like, but listen, if you're talking
Henry,
about
we gotta
that,
prepare for this though, bro, because we might be sitting here in 2027.
But it won't matter if that's the trainer. But listen, if that's the train of thought that they have, and they saying things like, we don't know this nigga, he already is the odd man out there, boss. He can't be the 88.
Then the better of the number ones could be the odd man out because we not for the better number one.
But that's not how. If we're doing hypotheticals of how the Dallas Cowboys move, that's not how they're gonna move. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck if George Pickens better. They might know he better right now. He's a fucking 88. He's a fucking 88.
No, I get it, but we don't give a fuck about that. I know you
but
don't.
we're talking about the Joneses at this point.
No, I know.
We're doing a hypothetical.
I get it.
Because you get the hypothetical, but you also were speaking of it using examples given by the Joneses.
But you
right?
too much of a fighter, Henny, to just be like, that's how they think, so we go just know our place.
Yeah,
and I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about, we're talking about hypotheticals and how things play out, judging by the history of the Dallas Cowboys front office, how they move, the politics at play, and the things that they do.
That is the most. It's gonna be with 88.
That is the most.
We're not talking politics though. We're talking about better.
We're talking real full theoretical. We already set the parameters of this. They're moving like right now that they want to keep one receiver, and we're telling you to pick which one would you pick. Like if it come down to it, like we understand what they can move, but we're in full theoretical right here. Full theoretical. If GP is better, are we getting behind GP?
So if George Pickens is better than CD Lamb
again,
that sounds like competition every day. God damn it!
Because you also want me to throw out. So you want me to be stupid for a second?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So if I was stupid,
just for a second. Just for a second.
Okay. Okay. I can do that for you. Okay.
My dog.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna say you gonna be stupid for a second.
Okay. So yeah. If we just doing stupid shit and we moving all pro players for the fuck of it, and we just out pick between these young all pro wide receivers, and there must be a gun in my head, so I'm gonna act like my life is in danger. I'm gonna pick George, nigga. Don't shoot, nigga. George, let's keep it George. Nigga. God damn. All right, there. Y'all damn near had to rob me for that shit.
I know. Hold on, let me ask this question. Let me throw this in. Does chemistry make a difference?
They're gonna go into the.
Yeah, hell yeah, it make a difference. Yeah,
it's gonna be hard then.
Why?
I don't know who had better chemistry. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Nah,
Shit,
nah, nah.
hit me,
Old girl that you've been knocking off for the last 10 years.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Versus your new little shawty that you met 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm
Be
saying?
hard, man. That newbie, that new.
You like the new booty,
Papa says shoot.
but at the same time, you want that old thing back, damn it. What is it? It's
Nah,
hard.
the
Paul.
better. Then it goes back to the better, dog. If the old one is better, then I go with the better, cause the old one. If the new one is better, I go with the new one. That's why. That's why to me the first way to do it was call it the top breaker. They both got a year to compete, in my opinion. And that's if we go with exactly what Henny said. If I gotta be stupid, you know what I'm saying? If I gotta pick one, I ain't,
Right.
But the only reason I had that because we might be revisiting the same conversation in 2027. We might be like, hey, listen, y'all. Like it might be a situation where we come back and say, hey, fuck that. Listen, let's keep it real now.
Because July 15th might come and go and it don't be shit.
Yeah, he might play. And if he end up playing a whole year and he plays under the pressure of having to play on the tag and ball out on that bitch and ball out better.
Like, yeah, I'm saying,
Better
when CD come
than
back to that
CD.
table, they're gonna have the perfect
Yeah,
storyline.
and especially if we
I
see
mean,
what we were seeing last year, bro, because we was the
After a
only
year of film,
yeah, after a whole year, bro. Now listen,
they
this
might
is
tag
another
the nigga
thing
again,
too.
though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying we need to get our feet ready to be gangster now. Like make our mind up now that now we
He
ain't
said
finna play.
polygamy.
Now we finna. I'm not finna sit up here and take this. I put it like this: if they try to do Pickens after, if he does another great year better than CD, I can't sit there and be like, why the fuck is we? I'm gonna have to stand up. I'm gonna say, listen, bro, how the fuck is we over here saying this dude got to prove it again, right? Or play on the tag again, and CD Lamb is coming up on another contract.
You know what it sounds like to me if they do that?
Because
Yeah,
CD Lamb was coming up on the contract.
no.
That's the reason.
What
And
if they?
so
What
it
if they?
would make sense to get the
What
better
if they?
receiver done and move the other one on.
What if they pay? What if they pay CD and then tag Pickens again? You know what that tells me? It seems like they trying to get Pickens on that
ooh.
wide receiver 2 money. Like they trying to manufacture the game. You know what I'm saying?
And
But
see,
it's
that was my whole point. I
not the
literally had
same
a
though.
video set up to do this, and I still got the thumbnail. You might see it later this week, but you heard it here first, damn it. With George Pickens, when they brought him to Dallas, they brought him to Dallas with realistic wide receiver 2 numbers in their head.
Yes.
Well, then CD got hurt, and then a couple
Yes.
happened, and
Yes.
more teams when they played you were trying to take CD out the game, and they left
But
George open, and he balled more than anticipated. Like Ball said earlier, he exceeded expectations. See, on a real good note, Steven and Jerry thought we bring him in here, he's gonna be a top-notch wide receiver 2, potentially borderline 1. And he usurped that number 1. He killed it, he obliterated it, and now Jerry and Steven are like, oh shit. He
that's what I'm
balled.
thinking.
But this is the issue.
Literally, I had a
have.
video entitled right now, Too Rich for Our Blood. That's what happened. He came here, he balled out, and you was like, oh shit, I didn't expect him to do that. Damn, he got a contract coming up. Shit, you trying to pay him? Nah, hell no, I ain't trying to pay him. That's too much.
But that's the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
though. You're
That's
paying
what
him
happened.
more. You're paying him more, though, tagging him twice.
I get it. I agree.
But that's the point that gets left out in translation. That they're not saving.
They don't want they don't want to quit hitting that ass, Henny.
Exactly. That's what they're trying to
But just
manufacture.
give-
And guess what? The fans ain't gonna. The
They
fans ain't
got
gonna know
a
the
piece of
difference.
that new booty one time, and they want to hit it again.
The fans ain't gonna know the difference either. They ain't gonna know. They ain't gonna know the difference.
I tell you what, man, Pickens better not go out there and did what he did last year. Cause see, we all know, bro, cause we did the film on this, bro. Defenses started actually giving Pickens more attention than CD Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons CD started turning up. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Because what they was trying to do, they was singling up coverage on CD, and he was cooking that. But the guy that was getting them doubles and them brackets,
It was Pickens.
it was Pickens.
Because George,
So
George
that also means true, but still,
yeah.
like
I'm just
I'll put
saying,
it
like you have to put a lid on George in order to stop him. Because if he's in single coverage, that could throw a goal ball to this nigga at any point. And because he has that big ass catch radius and that wingspan,
And see,
he's
that's
not.
you making my point.
I'm just talking about. I'm just talking about
schematic. Yeah, schematic.
I'm just talking about the schematics because CeeDee Lamb gets bracketed underneath when it depends on where you at on where they wrote the coverage.
It's the how.
But Henny, Surtain and a safety.
They put Surtain and a safety on this man.
Henny, Surtain
as they
on
should.
this man.
And as they should.
Surtain and a safety, Henny.
Surtain and a safety, Denver, dog. That's what they did to Pickens.
Yeah, it's great respect.
They put on 2 rubbers.
Yeah, but this is the thing. But this is the thing, and I get that, and it's beautiful. But I'm just speaking on
nothing balls. They wasn't trying to feel.
Man, them balls, they had no feeling. Them boy lasted forever with that bull crap. Don't you ever in your life try to put 2 on, boy. It ain't enough fear in the world. For real. They really did put on 2 protections. But yeah, they doubled up protection. Now they really did.
But I get what you're saying. But I'm just speaking on. We know that this man has been getting double teamed his entire career. You know what I'm saying? So like he still
dope in the bitch. He dope. He dope.
It's just the fact that he's not a vertical threat like that. Like he can beat you down the field, but it's not his.
Your mic went out. Your mic went out. Yeah. Somebody say 2 Ziploc bags. Your mic went out here.
All right, is it back on?
2 Ziploc. Yeah, you back.
Yeah.
Goddamn Kroger bag, boy.
Somebody say if you need 2 rubbers, just go home, bro. You ain't lying, dog.
It wasn't worth it.
Boy, you gonna be Keith Sweat, boy. You gonna last forever, dog.
Hey, Head, I got respect for you, though, bro. Let me tell you the main reason I got major respect for you. I got major respect for you because you go squab for the 2 weapons, bro. You is not playing. That boy don't give up an inch. I'm trying to just have a discussion about B. That boy on C and D. That boy like I ain't trying to hear that for shit. That's my dog. T weapons. Listen,
bro. Special case and 2-step verification.
That's crazy as fuck.
2-step. That's drill. That's drill, bro. That's drill. But we could be having this discussion, bro. We could be having this discussion, bro, in 2027, man. And
but you don't have to.
I'm gonna be. I know, and I know.
There's other
I'm gonna put it like
man.
this. I get you. What you doing is you teaching me to be disciplined, and I'm gonna be disciplined. This is what I'm gonna have to stay focused on. I can't let these people put more pressure on Pickens to do it again, bro. Cause see, it's gonna be a combination of this, and I guarantee it's gonna be this. It's gonna be a combination of epic and nitpicking Pickens in 2026.
Yeah,
write this day down.
Yeah,
May 26, 2026. Boss said it's gonna be a combination of nitpicking Pickens.
Hey, I mean, listen, we know about. Hey, I see your doggy. It's a good dog. Hey, a good doggy. You gotta start talking low when the dog comes in.
Go, Cor.
But man, like I get what you're saying. Like it could come down to some shit like that. But I also don't want them because this is what they want. They don't want to pay 2 wide receivers. I'm not giving them the option. Like I'm not giving them the option to tell me no to my 2 wide receivers. Like, bitch, one is an 88, and you just spent assets on another nigga that's proven that he's one of the best wide receivers you had in your franchise history. Now listen, if they win a Super Bowl this year, I don't give a fuck. Like blow this shit up, do what you want to do. I'll die happy. But we talk about competing long term and shit like that. Keep them niggas around, dog. Like you got to, like I don't want to live in a world where I can't have, my Bentley and my Rari. I got a Bentley and a Rari. We balling ass niggas. We live differently. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else in the league want a Bentley and a Rari. They only got a Range Rover and an electric Hummer and shit. That what them other niggas around the league got. We got the real deal Holyfield in our garage right now, and we act like we want to sell one of the cars, man. I don't want to do that shit. Like teams would kill to have teams would kill. They would sell their soul, sell their firstborn children to have the kind of weapons that we have over here, dog. We got the best wide receiving duo in the National Football League. We only got to see this shit for a fucking year. I want this shit. I want this shit, nigga. Like I want this shit forever, like Drake said, dog.
I want this shit forever, man.
And see, Hector's raised a good point. He said, "What are the odds that they put their finger on a scale to make wide receiver one numbers exceed wide receiver 2?"
Very, 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 very what likely. That's the trap. That is the trap, y'all.
That is the trap.
That is the trap.
It's gonna be hard. I want to know how they could though, in terms of like they might.
CD might have a record breaking year.
But remember, I do want to say this. I'm just trying to be real. Even like I know they tried it with Amari, but if Amari played all the games, he'd break 1,000 yards. Like he would have came out at about like 1,100, if I'm not mistaken. Like the year that they tried to phase him out, if he played the games, he would have still broke 1,100 yards at the pace he was at. Right. So outside, I don't think, and this thing like Pickens ain't finna get COVID. You know, like he ain't finna get COVID or the hantavirus or no shit like that. So even in a 17-game season,
that Ebola back out too, though. That Ebola,
you know,
back.
in a 17-game season with an All-Pro quarterback, outside of this nigga just not being there, I don't see how he don't break 1,000 yards or 1,200 yards, even while sharing targets with CeeDee Lamb. I just don't see it.
Henny, I think they finna try to fuck.
Like realistically.
No, you're right, but I still think they finna try to
like
fuck.
They could.
They always
let's listen to the setup, bro.
They always do that shit.
Somebody said Ebola coming back, boy. Y'all tripping?
No, real, real, bro.
Hey, let me.
But hold on, real quick, because listen, they said they tried that with him, right? They tried to skew the number. He had like 1,500 yards still. That's my point. Yeah. Like you can only do so much if you can only do so much.
Dak a little bit company, man.
And Romo was audible. You heard? Terrence Steele told us that. I mean, not Terrence Steele.
Terrence Steele. No, Terrence
Williams
told us, bro.
Yeah,
Romo was running that bitch himself.
With the nigga, but he played with the nigga. He was a rookie. He was a rookie.
No, I agree, but I don't trust that.
He was trying to win his job.
It was Dak. It was Dak that was running at Amari. Yeah, that had Amari with 104 targets, bro.
Was it Dak or was it Dak or Amari Cooper missing the equivalent of 4 games?
No,
both
2
of them. So that's the point. But he missed 2.5. He missed because he only played a series in the Saints game. He played, but he only played a series.
But I'm saying though, like your number one should not have 104 targets with your number 2 have 144, even with the absence of 2.5 games. Especially when your counterpart number ones was having 180 targets and shit like that.
That's 22 targets.
So going, and this is why this is the other reason why I think they're trying to screw him over, bro. I'm just being all the way honest.
This shit might be true too. Wilson, GU, whatever else. Said while we playing, they gonna make Flo the number 2 and GP the number 3. That's the
man. He not having.
But that won't necessarily happen. But they'll give Flo will see an increase of targets this year for that very reason.
They out there stupid ass behind. And see, and the reason why that's scary that what everybody's saying is because Jerry just said some weird shit last week, bro. Let's not remember that Jerry came out with Joel Epstein and said that we expect more earlier.
Is that trade deadline talk?
See, all of that is weird. We expect more earlier. Y'all didn't game plan him, Philly. Game 1. That's why he was so mad.
Yeah. You want
Y'all was phasing him out clearly, bro. When y'all was trying to shoot it out with Philly, game one, and trying to win that game, y'all gave the last 3 targets all to CD. Them game winning targets, all with the CD, dog. You act like Pickens was invisible, but yet you saying you expect more. And what does earlier have to do with anything?
with the trade deadline?
Deadline. That's what I'm saying. That's what it sounds like. Deadline talk.
It has a smell that you don't smell. That's a smell, ain't it? That's
Can
a
you
setup smell. And you definitely setting them up talking about we expect
hold
more.
on.
You expect more than 1,500? You expect more than 1,500?
I also went at Amari. I also went and looked at Amari Cooper targets while in Dallas. He maxed out at 130, so he was still on pace had he played to get what he normally. So I understand what
Didn't he have
what they do
an
elsewhere around the
injury,
league, but you're out the fact that we had 2 niggas almost.
It was a lot of stuff going on.
Hold on, I gotta
like,
refresh my shit because it's running slow right now. Hold on.
it was a lot of stuff. Like they was running also receiver by committee under Mari, which was crazy.
Yeah.
They was crazy. Like I looked into that in detail. Like if you looked at his counterparts around that time,
It's not conspiracy, bro.
it's not
like
because
because your legends confirmed in the playoff game. You did. You probably got mad at Kellen Moore. He literally admitted in his office that they don't target the number ones in the progression. They target who's hot, which is already a dumb. That's already a dumb system in itself. I'm not targeting Flo because Flo's hot. Like I mean, I would, but I'm
or
just
the defense.
like,
They was literally saying the defense dictated where the ball.
no,
went.
bro. You throw the ball on Mario C, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
you throw the ball whether they doubled or not. That's what you do with your.
You don't change.
You don't
progression.
change.
You don't change progression.
Because see, when Cooper, like when the Rams, because they was clearly doubling Cooper Kupp, right? Clearly, did they stop targeting him?
Hell no.
No.
And Weston don't do that no more either. Like Kellen Moore don't, like he didn't do that when he won with Philly. You think he was out there targeting who was their wide receiver 3? You think he was out there targeting when they had AJ Brown out there? Like you ain't like we ain't this ain't conspiracy, dog. It's funny how everybody else's trend get messed up when they come to Dallas, bro. Just being honest with you.
That's why, see, that right there is why Alvin Kamara will be on somebody else's roster before the end of the season, because Kellen Moore doesn't like to run the ball and he likes to play receiver by committee. You heard it here.
And then let's keep it 100. It is a conspiracy. It's nothing wrong with conspiracy. It's nothing wrong with conspiracies where the dots actually connect. See, we're not talking about conspiracy to where the dots don't connect, where we've been wild and like foreheads and idiots. Now, when you're looking at circumstantial, real evidence, you can have
years of evidence.
Yeah, years of your own players saying it. Like, goddamn, Dez said it. Cole Beasley said it. You know what I'm saying? You know, Amari had to come out himself and say, I want more targets. I affect the game. Like, and he said that we know where the ball go earlier in practice. He said, because you could tell
during the week.
I can pull the very clips, bro. I don't fuck around with this.
He got the receipts.
So, like,
fucking testing
I got the receipts, bro. Like, I can pull the receipts, like, quickly if need be. So, like, you know, like, don't be the type of person that got to get shot in your, like, listen, I'm going to go political. I don't care what nobody think on me. Let me tell you what Trump should have lost the election. A lot of reasons he should have lost the election. But one of the main reasons he should have lost the election, when he came out and he said, I can shoot somebody in the head on Madison Square Garden or Fifth Avenue, one of those, he said in New York, and my supporters would still support me. He literally said that. Don't be the type of person to where somebody got to, like, literally shoot somebody and you see it for you to know. Like, no, you should be the type of person that can look at evidence and circumstantial evidence to be able to make a good, smart, predetermined outcome. Like, I heard somebody explain it best like this in a court case. He said, you know, if you wake up in the morning and you look outside your window and you see people, with umbrellas and you see the ground is wet, but it's not raining, you can use your common sense to say that it just rained.
Correct.
So, yeah, I can say that's conspiracy. No, it's umbrellas, bro. They walking around with umbrellas. It's wet on the ground. It just rained. Dog.
Context clues, motherfucker.
So like like yes, so no, we don't all have the smoking gun and the DNA to all of this, but it's enough circumstantial evidence to say that this could be the case. This could absolutely. We saw all kind of weird shit. Do y'all remember when they was giving Gallup all them targets? Y'all remember that?
Yes.
Which year?
The Gallup last year off that knee.
Oh
they
yeah.
and they was giving him like
His
10
ass
targets.
was getting
And everybody
spammed.
was like, why do y'all spamming this dude? And it was
Like,
clear.
It's to take from somebody else. Jerry and Steven, when it comes to contracts, when it comes to money, when it comes to targets, they are the fucking Robin Hoods of the damn NFL. They take from the rich and they give to the poor because they don't want your ass to get the big contract. So they're gonna take the targets from you and they're gonna give them to somebody else. Yeah, JV, I was thinking the same thing. Hey, y'all make sure y'all reach out to the homie landlord. They next game is elimination game. They lost to the OKC 127-114.
I don't really listen. I'm not liking how you gloating right now. I'm not feeling I'm not feeling this Laker gloat on Texas.
Bro,
I
no.
need you to
It's
calm
not
that down real quick.
no,
bro.
it's not a Lakers glow.
You like you a little bit too happy right now, dog. Like
Hey,
you,
too happy.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not a Lakers glow. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. I ain't been a real Lakers fan since LeBron brought his ass there. Yeah, I know, Lou. I understand. I know. But I don't even celebrate that weak ass bubble championship that my team got.
it wasn't weak. It was
Right.
one of
Hold
the
on, y'all ain't
shit.
finna do this shit today.
they was finna try it. They was
Nope.
finna try that bullshit.
We got football to talk about, nigga.
Thank you. Thank you, Head. Pull the fool together.
I don't. I'm just saying. It's not gloating. It's just me hating on the ops. That's all it is.
Okay.
Y'all was literally at the top of the league before
Lou,
the lockout
please.
even happened.
Lou, we ain't doing it.
Don't do it.
We not doing it, Lou.
Don't do it, Lou.
I don't even want to deal with that,
Don't
Lou.
do
I
it,
don't
Lou.
know
That's
how
the
to-
nerve. My
I
bad,
don't even
dog.
wanna
For the
deal
love
with
of
that, Lou.
God,
For the love of God.
don't drop
No.
that yellow.
Do not get Lou going on this LeBron shit, dog. Cause he my homie, dog. Until he start talking basketball, I'll be like, hell no, bro. I can't stand it when he start talking basketball. I'll be like, damn, how can somebody be so genius on football? It's so dumb as hell.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Matter of fact, Lou. Speaking of football, I still need to get with you on the next Christian Parker show because I did the show already about the back end.
You cut out again. Why he cutting out? I do want to say this while he coming back.
All right, I'm back. I had got a phone call while I was talking because I'm
Okay.
on through my phone. But yeah, I was saying I'm gonna still need your help with the front end, the trench play. We gotta have to break down the gap and a half scheme and shit like that for folks. So I need to get with you and put some shit together for it.
Did you already drop that video on Parker? Lou?
On what the back end?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on my page.
No, Lou, because Lou was doing a Parker breakdown.
Oh no, I didn't. No, Lou,
The front end. No, I'm working on the front end right now.
Okay. Yeah,
It ain't gonna be out till like about Friday or Saturday. It's a whole lot I gotta do.
a whole lot. I did want to
Yeah.
say something that's a little bit off subject though, but bro, like, not everybody, but my dad passed yesterday. And I called all these guys and I meant this as I've been feeling foggy since he passed. I don't know if y'all know what I mean by that. It's hard to think right now. And my brothers, they carrying me right now. You know what I'm saying? I asked them just for maybe a couple of days to just I want to just collab with some of my brothers. And I just want to tell y'all I am feeling better. Just from just talking ball, laughing, all that. It makes a difference. So I told Henny when he was going through a crisis to keep working, and I'm a testimony that does work, bro. Like for real. Like I'm
Amen.
feeling better right now. My mind feel better. Everything feels better.
I could tell your demeanor is different than when we
Yeah,
started
I
the
swear to
show.
God. I swear. I swear.
Yeah.
So when you're going through crisis, dog, and you're going through tragedy, uh, it's hard sometimes to just keep moving. And they, and like I got something planned with Amp tomorrow, and then Lou, I need to get on your schedule. Me and he ain't gonna do some film breakdowns. But during times of crisis, I'm telling y'all now from now doing it myself is when you ever in these hard times with death, divorces, job losses, anything that's a transition in your life, run to things that you're passionate about and that you love doing, to relieve some of the pressure.
Hmm.
So I just want to say that because I swear I feel so much better right now. My laughing has been genuine when I first came on, bro. I swear I felt heavy, dark, foggy, couldn't think clear. My thoughts weren't coming out right. But I feel like myself right now. And I really do. So I just wanted to just say that for all the people that's listening on all the channels. Uh, you know, just take our advice on that. That if you ever go through a tragedy, run to anything that you're passionate about, whether it's your YouTube channels, comedy, whatever it is, bro. Just do it, and it's gonna help you go through whatever pain you might be going through. Got a super chat from you, Goddess. She said, "Boss, I was watching on Henny channel, but I came to send condolences. Keeping busy helps, but don't forget to give yourself the time to grieve." Amen. Amen.
RP.
And I can't help that, you Goddess. I ain't gonna lie, because that grieving, it hit you, and it hit you like. But I talked to a lot of people, man. He ain't helped me with this before. Law helped me with this when he was going through this with his mom. My ex-wife went through this when she lost her mom. I do know it's gonna come in waves, and it is coming in waves. It'll hit you like a ton of bricks. You'll just all of a sudden be chilling and start crying, and then you'll be all right. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And then you'll get on, and you like so tragedy, depression, all them different words are different for everybody. But whenever I get a chance to kind of give any kind of advice that can make any one of us better as we trying to all conquer this game called life, bro, I just want to share it. So anyway, thank you, you guys. And
Glad to
appreciate all of
say it.
y'all prayers too, dog. Y'all been dope on that. Everybody. Y'all been so dope. Just and the last thing I'm gonna say is I'm usually the type that keep my distance when people go through tragedy because I don't want to add to them talking about it. But in my case, it been helping, bro. I swear to God, bro. And I try to answer every one of y'all. You know,
Cause I tried to give you the space, bro. I was like, you gave me the space just a couple months
Me
ago.
too.
So I was trying
Ditto.
to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
yeah, I usually give people space, yeah, but I'm
that's how
telling
you did
y'all,
with me. So let me do that with him. But I
yeah,
got you, bro.
and I'm learning too from going through this tragedy, bro. Keeping it real, that I probably need to change because I do give people space, but from the way that just seeing the overwhelming amount of people like prayers and condolences, I just did a live earlier talking about culture. Man, them content, man, ain't nobody in that chat or comment said one thing about that video, bro. Everybody was condolences. They
Yep,
was everybody in that thing
it's
was
real.
fuck what you said on culture. We care about you, boss. And that mean a lot, bro. I love y'all, appreciate y'all. I appreciate all my brothers. And this is also why I don't want to be the dude that's solo. Some people take pride in being solo content guy. I stay in my corner, let y'all do y'all. I like the fact that I got friends that's literally can't wait to pick me up. That like,
Lean on me, damn it.
hey, bro, I can't think straight right now, bro. I need to collab with you. I want to keep moving. I don't know why my ideas are not flowing like they usually flow, you know. And Amp, I got you, bro. He was like he ain't gave me 4 ideas. We gonna do 2 film studies on this. We gonna do a film breakdown. He already just throwing out stuff. So I don't want to be solo man. I want to be the man that got real friends and brothers in the space. That if I go through a tragedy, they go pick me up. And I'm being picked up right now by my brothers. And so thank you, Hen, for driving. Cause he drove today. Cause I didn't even have money to put it all together like I usually do.
Oh yeah, anytime, man. Any
Yeah,
damn time, my brother.
Yeah. So appreciate all the love, y'all. Real talk.
you got it,
Yes,
bro.
indeed. Hell yeah. I think that's the perfect way to end this, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we've been on for 3 hours and damn near 30 minutes. I think we had a damn good show. We talked about a little bit of everything out there in the space, man. So salute to everybody. Salute to all these gentlemen on this panel that took the time out their day to rock with us, and put this show together the way that we did, man. Kudos to all y'all. And we're gonna do the same thing tomorrow, man. For a fuck show. We gotta keep pushing. We still need edge, we still need running back, we still need Jerry Jones to sit the fuck down. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff to fight for, man. There's a lot of stuff to fight for, man. So we shall return. And yeah, well, I am out. I gotta go in here for get put out the house. I gotta spend some time with my wife. I'm gonna fuck with y'all though.
You too. Hey man, I just want to say real quick, salute to everybody that joined us tonight. I just want to say real quick, what you saw tonight is truly authentic. It's truly organic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You see us as content creators. You see us as doing this as a job, et cetera, whatever. But through it all, we have bond together as brothers, as friends, etc. So like boss said, it's in these moments where we lean on each other. So you bond to the guys that help hold you up in the times when you need it the most. That's no different from what you'll see in a locker room. You know what I'm saying? Just like players. Hey, if I got a teammate, he going through, I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna lean, let him lean on me, talk to me, vent, whatever. Hey, hit my line. That's what this is all about. It's about brotherhood. You heard Dan Quinn say it when he was in with the team a few years back. You heard it last year. You hear it constantly echoed. Brotherhood, brotherhood, brotherhood. That's what it's about because life keeps on life, and y'all know me. I've personally dealt with it. I personally want to thank Boss publicly because when I lost my grandmother just about 2 months ago, he was there. I could call him, talk to him. I could vent. It hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is all about. Yes, it's about the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, it's about football, but it's also about camaraderie, brotherhood, linking together, supporting each other in our different aspects of life. That's what it's all about, man. Each one reach one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it is. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good becomes your better and your better becomes your best. Hold on before